Fear.
Oh, wait, so a sphere that throws people at windows?
Nope, spear throws enemies into the sky.
That's not what defenestration means.
I know. But I saw the name and I'm like,
Let me
that's so
see.
good.
It's a 4th level spell. You need a focus. I don't have that focus.
Oh, can you let me bring in some objects?
Yeah.
Real quick?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, get rid of those bad.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to add them. So if you've already got them made, that's even better. I was literally like looking through the channels, going, I know there are one of these. Yeah.
And then I couldn't get the card tray to work.
Card tray? Oh my god! What
I made a card tray.
And what couldn't you get to work about it?
I couldn't get the grab points to work. Oh wait, maybe it does. It's the tags on the cards. That's what it is. Give me a second.
Yeah, I see, because I see the points on the board.
Yeah, no. Let me cook. Give me a second.
All right, yeah, I think there should not be like anything super exciting.
I want to stab the dwarf.
Aldi,
Yes.
I found the 6th level spell.
Which one?
Read the description of this. The first sentence.
Oh no, I see the title. Yep. Nope. I don't even need to read the rest. You found it.
I don't even think I'll use this, but it's cool for the flair of it.
Negative energy level. Or negative energy aura. 10-meter radius surrounds you. Deal 1 HP per 3 levels for 1 round a level.
Oh no, you're right. This does do negative level stuff.
Wait, what?
Maybe I can just make it normal damage instead. The spectral dragon.
Oh, I didn't read that. Oh no, I was reading negative energy aura. I didn't. I closed it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. On a different note, given that we're dealing with eldritch extraplanar entities of elemental nature, do you think the planar, like, planar tolerance would be good? Provides.
Have we gone to other planes yet?
No, but they seem to be coming to us.
My character has gone to other planes.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna restart Discord real quick.
Stop heart. Subjects drops to -8 health immediately. Sound lance. Wall of sand. Remove fatigue.
I mean, it'd be great if
Shit, hold up. No, that's...
we're playing a sand wizard.
No, sorry, I was doing...
There are so many sand spells.
Yeah, there are.
Alright, there we go. I still can't figure out... I'll just have to re-tag everything every time. That's no big deal.
Yep. I mean, you might be able to save it now.
The issue is, when I stack the cards together, they lose their tags.
Hello.
Then don't... I don't know. Yeah.
Do you have shout?
Like, does that just give me the power to yell really loud?
Deafens all within a cone and deals, 5d6 sonic damage. Seems like something a dragon would have. Just naturally. Good hope.
I mean... Let me take a look.
Definitely shout yourself.
Also, like, if you want something more flavorful, you have minor creation, create one cloth or wood object. Things like that.
Oh, you're right. Hold on. I'm going to take shadow creation. Or shadow conjuration, my bad.
Shit, yeah. No, absolutely right. That's exactly what the shout is.
Doink that. 4th level spell. I'm so glad they have so many shadow spells.
Yeah.
Does seem really fleshed out.
You can use material from the plane of shadow to shape quasi-real illusions of one or more creatures, objects, or forces. Shadow conjuration can mimic any sorcerer, wizard, conjuration, summoning, or conjuration creation spell of 3rd level or lower. You know, it's talking about these being a thing for attacking. But I wonder if I can have them do work.
All right, well, it's like once everybody's in, we'll be good to go.
Right.
Oh, I hit the join button and it didn't... Shit, sorry.
Oh no!
I was looking at spells. I just got lost in the sauce.
Lost in the sauce.
Oh, this is unbelievable.
Titling this session Horseshoe Man. Oh wow, look. It's the card.
It's the car. They're made.
He's done it. Now with new and improved graphics.
This is what it would look like if I were in a combat encounter. They look awesome. I'm very happy with how these turned out.
They look pretty good.
Okay. Soda. Good. Good. Notebook.
Oh boy, you know it's gonna be a wild day whenever Counts gets his notebook out.
No. This is just I need a. I'm gonna have to write things down.
No.
Nothing fun here.
If we somehow break open that notebook, it's gonna be interesting.
There's one thing that's coming from the notebook today. Problem.
If you ask the right question, this guy is.
No. I'll need like. I guess I should.
Am I doing anything?
My light up.
Also, I got my
Grab a
pixel
pen.
dice yesterday. So
Hey, congrats!
Free dice. Oh boy.
The
sadly,
pixel die is the Bluetooth one. I need somebody to make like a bot for that for Discord so we can use it in Discord.
Oh, that'd be neat.
That would
I
be
don't
great.
think
Give it
people
time
will
to
make it for. Yeah, I'm sure it'll come soon enough.
I know there's a.
Or. Huh,
I know there are digital dice that people can hook up to Roll20.
Yeah, well, that's the we have we bought these physical dice that we roll, and then over Bluetooth, it tells an app on your phone what number you rolled. Well, Andy says you can hook him up to Discord, so she apparently knows, but she's not here, and I don't know how to do it. So,
Well, I think I misspoke earlier. There are physical dice that are made are digitally connected to the computer. You can hook up to.
That's what we're talking about.
Okay,
Yeah,
so we are talking about the same thing. Cool.
Yeah, we are talking about the same thing. Yes.
I thought we were the Homo
No. That's we funded the Kickstarter for those.
Ooh, nice.
And the dice are just shipping out. And I got one that brought for Andy. Probably got his. I bought myself one that I don't know whatever that is.
Have not arrived.
They're very, very bright.
They're really bright. And then I was reading the newsletter today, and they said those were the dimmer lights that they switched to last year.
Oh, God.
Yeah, they switched to dimmer ones because they took less battery power.
And meanwhile, I look at this and I still get spots in my eyes.
Flashback.
All right. So last time you guys bought a magic trash can made of ice that never melts, and you stuck an otherworldly eldritch creature into it.
Like a boss.
Then that was it. That was session, pretty much.
I lost power.
Yep, Papa lost power right as we needed him to roll something that determined the entire session.
In the end, it didn't matter.
What's your guys' plan? What do you want to do?
Well, now that we have this thing contained, let's go on the train. And go to Nectico.
We're going to Nectico.
How are we gonna get in?
Usually people wait, right? For a
Yeah,
very
Nectico?
long time.
Where's Nectico? This one.
You don't
down here?
mind giving up a fifth of your life, right?
Yeah, it's over there.
I do.
Yeah, I kind
I
of
am-
too.
I am 72 years old.
Which is why I'm sure we can find another way in.
They must have a seniors program that we can tag along with, like a handicap parking spot.
And
I'm pretty sure we have the
parking
ultimate
spot.
senior right here.
Wait, who?
You know, if
Looks
I
like
know
a small
anything about the
kobold.
dwarves, they would probably just call you young and shoo you away.
Wouldn't be the first time someone's called me young, even though I'm old.
The reason the line takes so long is because they scrutinize every little detail.
Aren't there literally people who have been born in that line?
It had to have happened at some point.
They're still waiting in line. They're born in that line.
Either way, you get on the train.
I'm going on the way to
welcome.
Nectico.
Yeah, you can welcome to discuss and figure this out on the way there.
Alright.
I won't have a map for this, like a full map for the city, because that would be insane for me to do, because it's not normal kind of city. I don't know. Has Houston ever been around when you guys have gone there?
No.
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 Okay, so Houston, this city is a mountain that was carved down to be sort of a sphere, like I guess now I would equate it to the sphere in Las Vegas, but much bigger and just a rock.
Okay.
And there are just 4 gates in and out, one north, south, east, west, and it is a pain in the ass to get in. Not really because like they require a lot, but because they're so dead set on certain things not being brought in that they dig through everybody's stuff before they let them. And they like check.
What are they
over
looking
the whole-
for?
They don't really tell you.
And no
They're
one
just-
knows. It's not.
No
known.
one really knows. Yeah, besides like the guards themselves.
But what have we heard about like people that are just like, fuck it, I'll teleport in?
They, after having some incidents where people did that and are teleported into the royal palace, they've set up wards that
Over the
they're-
entire
they're-
sphere.
Yeah, well, they don't
Isn't
even
it
have
if you
to.
try to teleport?
Let me
it
find
just
it for. I can tell you
rebounds
exactly what it's called. Yeah, I believe it's called a weird stone.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the weird.
I'm just I
Yeah.
just realized how much of a fucking security incident that first campaign caused.
Yeah.
We no. Like we teleported into the Dwarven City, and then
We
went
can't scry in
directly.
there either. Y'all did
We
some
went
bad shit.
directly. We went directly to the most important person in the country. Their like sacred smith. And we were like, "Hey, how do you make black powder? I want to shoot gun. How do I do that?" And she's like, who the fuck are you?
Get the fuck out of here. Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing here, buddy?
Guards!
Yeah,
She didn't
pretty
call for the
much.
guard.
No,
Well,
the
because
guards
if she
quickly
did,
came out.
yeah, she didn't call for the guards
would've been-
because that's a quick
It
way
would
to
not
get
have ended well for
yourself
Granny.
I thought we were chased by the guards at some point, though. I
killed.
thought
You were,
Once we
but she
left.
didn't call them.
Yeah, once
Yeah.
we left, we were
This
spotted.
As soon as you left the room, the guards started swarming after you. Yeah.
And sorry, I gotta ask, why do we need to go to Nectico again? What's in there?
A smith that can turn this metal,
The man
this
we
star
need.
metal, into
Oh.
weapons.
The only man who could smelt the star.
I mean, we don't know if that's true or not. Hell, you might be able
Wait,
to do it.
he-
It might not be hard.
Maybe if I breathe on it.
Yeah, you want me to open it up real quick?
I got some
I don't breathe.
I got some frost.
We're not quite at cold forging yet, Albie. Give it
But
a
yeah.
little more time.
No, we're going to Nectigo because the skeletal creature on our train had the realization that one of his old friends could forge this kind of stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got it.
Now
Wait.
I will roll
Okay.
a memory check
Did-
to remember how I got in the city. Right?
Question.
Do that?
Sure, if you want.
Arimon,
I
isn't
thought-
your entire set of bones made of metal?
I rolled an 8.
I thought the dude was in the line, like beside
That is
the
correct. He is in the line.
line. He's not in the city. He's along the line.
He is?
Oh.
I
this
kind of
was-
figured
We don't know that.
I kind of figured it's one of those. Yeah, we do. I have it in my fucking notes.
No.
Arimon
I mean, like
thought.
in character, we don't know that.
All
In
right.
Arimon
character, you do. Arimon did say that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Look, I'll just turn into him while he waits in line and hope that it doesn't. I'll wait in line for him.
You'll hold
I
his
can just
spot?
turn into him.
Yeah, you should try that.
I'll just be him.
That's actually
You're not him.
I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Like as long as he's not at the very front, which of course now that I'm saying it, of course he's gonna be at the very front. But
See,
if he's just
who
waiting in
knows where
line,
he's
fuck
at?
it, I'll hold the spot.
I don't even
It's
know if
me.
he's waiting in line. I kind of figured he's like doing that thing where he's setting up a shop near a crowded
He
place.
100% has a shop in one of the towns. He does not. He's not waiting in line to get into the city.
I figured he'd be in by now.
He's shooing everybody else's stuff. Like all
It's a
the
good
other
source of
people
money.
trying to get in. Yeah.
Good income. Everybody's bringing their horses and their mules and shit. Sell them shoes.
Yeah, and the horseshoes that
Okay.
they brought eventually rusted away because of how long they were in line.
By the
Well,
way,
honestly, hear me out. If we don't need to take the train there, and it's on the outside, why don't we just plane shift close by?
meaning we should probably just keep.
Do you want to leave the train here?
I mean,
That seems like
if
not a
we
good
could-
idea.
we could be back in 24 hours.
we don't need to teleport for everything. We don't really have any.
Are we in a rush?
The whole point was
Huh?
to take. I thought the whole point
Suppose
was to take
not.
the train down there, anyways. Go through that.
Yeah,
You're
we
right. We
have
gotta
other-
capture some shit along the way.
We could set up the
Yeah, we
carnival
got
along
some
the line.
stuff to do. Oh shit, you're right. We could do the carnival.
What do you mean, for just a bunch of spectators? Like a
There
practice
should
run?
be quite a bit of people there. We could practice our routine, yeah.
Monsoon strokes his chin and says, well, I guess the wisp strokes his chin and says, like, well, We
Fucking
should
little
probably
drunk guy
start.
from
Do we have
Montenegro.
any? How many animals do we have now? Should we start training them?
I mean, the statues. Duncan, how
Yeah.
many of you?
I mean,
Have you gotten any at all?
Hear me out. What if we just like Okay, this might be a bad idea for the gorillas, but what if we just unstone them in the extra dimensional space, and then they just stay there when we close it?
You're gonna have a bunch of live wild animals in enclosed
Horrific
space
monsters,
together.
by the way.
Yeah, they'll kill each
I got a
other.
couple
You're right.
snails.
You're right. They'll murder each other.
We did get those snails.
I found this big turtle in the lake.
Sorry, was that the turtle?
Supposed to be the party of wild animals.
Didn't we get
Found the
something
lizard.
before the gloves?
Yeah. I just have
One of those awful dragon
We do have one of those.
drake things.
Yeah, it's petrified right here. As Duncan shuffles through what I imagine is an extra-dimensional bag full of creatures. Who are petrified.
That's so
As far as I can see it, I have to imagine that we don't need to bring out the monsters to impress these people. They'll probably.
Kill
Well, we
us?
should practice handling at least one.
Oh,
We could try one.
we just finished one of the biggest cultural events in Ragdon. We could do a little bit of a recreation of it there. You know? The tournament.
Pseudo snail jousting
Yeah.
duels.
Yeah, obviously it's all mock. We're not gonna do anything that hurts, but, you know, entertain the people.
I don't know how good I am at fake fighting.
What do you mean? Just, it's like real fighting, but not.
Duncan, I think we'd kill each other if we tried that honestly.
I could bring you back.
Yeah.
I'm not really interested in finding out if that's something you can do.
I can.
Are you someone who would gamble your life over a resurrection spell?
What?
Sounds like it.
I mean, you could just stop before anyone actually dies. Or just we blunt the weapons, you know?
If there's anything I've learned from the tournament, I'm still inexperienced at pulling my punches.
I'm sure we can figure something out. We have like a week or two before we get there.
Is it a week? These?
We've got a
Strange.
while, probably.
Yeah, I think it might be longer. No?
I mean,
It's not too bad. It's like a week or two.
yeah.
And like, where's the dwarfs? Dwarfs are in here. Yeah, okay.
I drew
was-
a route.
Okay, I was
Oh.
thinking like this. A little bit of an obtuse route. Just to visit a few more other villages, maybe pick up...
Dude, I don't want to go to fucking... Where is this? I know this is the bad town again.
Is that the bad town?
I know those fuckers did something, I remember.
Those fuckers. Something.
Am I wrong?
I don't remember.
It's where the sorcerers are from.
No.
Track.
That's
Let
Marshall.
me go back. Let me go back.
I thought the sorcerers are from across the way over here.
Oh yeah, you're right. Marshholm. That's right. That's this town right here.
Mm-hmm.
I called them marshy bastards. I remember now.
Ah, right.
That was also like 40 years ago.
Dragons have long grudges. Oh shit, you're right. We did have to
They
do
the
a
whole town.
Yeah, did we ever get a like a into that?
To the sorcerer stuff?
Yeah. I
What do you
don't think
mean?
so with that
Why
left.
count laugh? Why count laugh? What do
I
you?
don't think we finished that plot
Yeah,
line.
because we've left the problem unaddressed for 40 years. I'm sure there's no issues.
We
I mean, the sorcerers were
no. The
Wait,
sorcerer.
what
did
town
Tom-
did the like that weird mask dude summon things in?
He was in Kais.
Yeah. Well, also in session 1.
That's right. He tried to with the devil, right? The devil. Or was that session 0?
Session
Wait, hold
0
up,
or
didn't
session
we-
1, the one
didn't we kill the
where you were in
boss?
the bar.
Yeah. He got a letter from a trickster devil of some sort, and it was from his brother who was angry about something, and then some nightmarish creatures popped up.
Yep, he hired out the services. He literally paid for somebody to summon those.
But that
things
guy got killed by perfect spell.
The brother did, yeah.
What?
Huh?
No, the person in the vault.
The person
Yeah.
in the like dream realm.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
brother?
that guy's dead.
Fuck, there was multiple of them.
We got a lot of work to do, huh?
See, so we should go that way, just visit the city, make sure everything's fine.
Yeah, okay.
I'm sure it's not going to be an issue. You know, this is all part of the Ragdon. We're good. Just a general vibe check, you know.
Thanks, Andy.
Fucking Marshy bastard.
So yeah, you take the train and you eventually pull up to sort of the like outer ring of the giant sort of ring of mountains that circle. Okay. This works. Yes. I had to read real quick. The other one got corrupted. Stop line. This is your view. That one's closed. Eventually, holy shit. Score. It's only 5 megabytes. Yeah, let's see if I can get it.
Discord doesn't like you for some weird reason.
It really is just not liking doing. Try and see if. Yeah, it loaded up. It loaded fine in my personal one, so I'll just spawn into. People. This is your view.
Beautiful.
Oh, hell yeah. They got a big castle up there, too?
Yep.
Oh, look, there's a dragon off in the
Oh, there's a
distance.
dragon.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see what looks like a silverish dragon flying around in the distance.
Oh.
Kind of out in the open, not having an issue.
Hmm.
But yeah, you just approach, and eventually, when you're about 10 miles out, you see the infamous line to appear. All along the main road to the city is essentially a separate city. Each one of the cardinal roads has its own, like, city built on either side of it. And there's just so many people. Like, it looks just like a whole other bustling city with a big rock in the middle of it. Rather than, like, lines people are waiting. There's shops, hospitals, schools. People just live here. And then there are other people that are having to stay here. The places closest to the road are bars, inns, taverns, hotels, all the like places people need to just sleep and eat. And then as you know, the next street over, you start finding other things, luxury items. Then after that, you start getting to things like clothing, the normal stuff. And then farther in, you start getting to just the stuff that people who actually live in this area go to. Bakery, market, butcher. And then after that, it's just houses. It's just houses and houses. You notice that pretty much nobody that you see, though, is dwarf. There are pretty much no dwarves, except for the occasional guard. And all of them are riding these large, sort of saber-toothed cats. Saber-toothed tigers, essentially. They're just, like, armored, and they're just riding, just plodding along, patrolling.
Nice saber-toothed tiger.
Have you ever seen He-Man? It's like that. It's such a battle cat.
Yeah.
that kind of armor, just clad in armor, and they're just walking like just these guards riding around on them. But it's a bustling metropolis.
Wow.
Arimon, the last time you were here, there was like 3 buildings on a dirt path here.
Oh.
So this is very different than you remember.
Okay, guys. Last time I was here, he was in the 3rd house, the last house, along the dirt path, and there's more than 3 houses now.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
You
fair
are
estimate.
really.
And no dirt.
You
and
are
no dirt
old.
path.
Like, extremely old.
He's incredibly old.
The last
Yes.
time you were here, the city was a mountain, not a sphere.
Also, I don't remember the city getting spherified.
It's been like that for millennia.
Do you recall what year you were born in by chance? A calendar date, maybe?
5.
It's a bit complicated. I can give you 5, but it's
It was
bit
just
complicated.
5.
Like,
5?
Yeah, 5.
of like what era?
Nothing besides.
Your people didn't do eras.
Presumably
Mhm.
the first, considering there wasn't an era.
Yes, I will be right back.
Interesting. Considering it's the year 4000, it's something odd.
If you would like, Puppet, you can make an intelligence check to try and remember some more about when you were born.
Ah, okay.
I'd say it's a DC
Sorry, what was that? You kind of cut off.
intelligence check, DC 10.
Oh, okay, that's easy.
Wow.
That's a 20.
20? It was the fifth world your people had set up at.
Okay. So, presumably a year is 1 world.
Yeah. 1 cycle.
Neat.
You were born in their 5th.
What?
What?
What parts is Arimon saying?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Just, the 5th year part. I don't think they need to know that it was just the 5th world, 1 year was 1 world. It's fine. Oh, that's fine.
Alright, well. Yeah, you're pretty old.
You
He's
guys are really pointing that out a lot.
I mean, it's beg forgiveness, but you're over 5,000 years old.
Yeah.
That's pretty old.
It's a long time.
Is it? Oh well, I was away for
That means
some of it.
you were here for a really long time. I mean, when the Colossus came down, you were already quite long-lived.
Anyway, dirt roads. Got a name for this guy, or like something we could look this guy up on?
DC 25 intelligence check to remember his name.
That's nope. That's 15.
Damn.
No, I don't remember his name. How many Smiths can there be in this place?
Here, DC. I got 16. That's
You're not gonna have it, Brits.
I'm not one to cast people into stereotypes or molds, but I have to imagine that a fair few of these people are Smiths.
I'm sure we can find some kind of name directory somewhere. Probably. Hopefully.
A name census?
Like a yellow pages. When you look
Dwarven
no-
yellow pages?
Yeah. Stone pages.
Okay. What have I missed?
Okay, Tipper, roll a D100 for me. If it's 90 or up, a Dwarven Yellow Pages exists.
Okay, just a second.
That feels very
Grab
good. It does feel.
the
Dwarf
big
and yellow
D100.
pages.
Remember to lower Tipper's volume because it's about to fucking.
I just dropped it. It already dropped.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
we already.
I'm checking where it landed at 23. No.
No.
Ouch.
No. Dwarven Yellow Pages does not exist.
Yet.
Well, I mean, if this guy's one of the oldest houses, then surely he's one of the closest to the road. Also, Count, I'm doing crafting stuff, and it's so weird seeing Chica and Ulda for some reason.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what she's doing there. Oh, I know what she's doing there. It's the closest aetheryte. So she's hunting. She's doing S-Hunting hunts. That's why.
Ah, okay.
I need to do more crap stuff.
We could check the oldest looking houses here, I suppose.
I mean, that's where I would start. You know, probably one of these houses along the road. Just gotta.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Make some gather information checks. You guys have come in from the east. You're along the eastern. A great path.
Oh, this is something I could. I have a skill mastery for gather information. I can take 10.
I guess that is important. Oh, you want which side of the this
Oh yeah,
mountain
can
was
you
that?
remember that much?
I mean,
That one I would say would be a DC 20 intelligence check. to see
Yeah,
if
that's
you
a
can
hard thing to remember.
The direction he came from.
Nope. That's an 11.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
Alright.
that would be pretty hard, I think.
Wait, was that an 11 total?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It's an intelligence check, so those are hard. It's a harder
Intelligence
check.
checks are really hard.
Yeah, they're not meant. They're meant to be difficult.
I hit a 30 on gather information.
Got a 27.
All right, let me see.
We got some boots on the ground.
If it changes the outcome, I can instant a power.
I don't know if I would let you instant a power gathering information check.
It's not
That's
really an
fair.
instant.
Yeah. It's kind of like
That's fair.
it's like you're spending a while doing it.
Sorry, I'm trying to find it right now. You said gather
Yeah,
information.
Yep, gather information. And
That's
what were
the
the
wrong
amounts that we got?
I got a 30.
I got a 27.
30? Okay.
I got a 9.
Okay.
Oh, it fell off. Still a 3. Shit.
It's a 3? Alright.
Gather information.
No, well, it's a 9, but
Do I get a roll for both characters count?
Yeah. And
Alright,
Arimon is
fine.
going around gathering information.
16 plus 18.
I'd like. Everyone's
34.
walking up to people and asking. And
Hey,
inspecting.
have you seen this blacksmith that's been here for 2,000 years. Don't pay any
Don't worry
mind to
about
my
that. I am a
skeletal visage.
little metallic construct kobold-looking thing.
If I got
Where's your soul being pinned,
normal-
by the way?
Oh my god, there's so many people.
Okay, so, there are some things you can do with gather information. If you want to avoid attracting attention, going around asking all these questions, that's like a -20, by the way.
Jesus Christ.
So that's up to you guys. I don't know if you're
I
even
don't
worried
know
about
if we
that, but I'm just letting
need
you
to avoid
just letting you know.
suspicion.
Did you want to
Because
roll?
I don't know if we're doing
for
anything
Victor?
suspicious.
Yeah, I was just like saying that because Puppet's a weird little
Yeah.
football thing, and you guys
Yeah,
brought
it
that
might
up.
be relevant for Arimon.
Yeah. Arimon might not want to be known to be here, but Duncan has no enemies. Other than all the enemies that he's made, but...
There's no way Arimon has any enemies near here. I'm sure he remembers all of his enemies, and none of them were in the Dwarven area.
Like, half your enemies are yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
Listen, isn't everyone's biggest enemy themselves?
No. It's that, that gold
well,
guy that I
it's-
murdered his
it's-
brothers.
You, it's very much a literal.
I'm not worrying about this. I'm making maple syrup in the video game while playing D&D. It's great.
It is great. Okay, so did you want to roll for Victor, Puppet, for his
Oh,
gather
Vlad?
information? Yeah.
Vlad
Vlad,
got
sorry,
13.
yeah. Vlad got 13. All right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know why. That's too help.
That was
Did Houston and Brits roll?
Honestly,
You're doing-
I only have like a +9, but sure I can
You
roll.
never know. Might get an at 20.
What was the roll we're making?
Let's see.
Gather information.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Let's see what Gregorius can do. I'm gonna guess not much. Let me check my gather information. That is a 14 total.
14. All right. 14. All right.
Wait.
So we'll go down in order from highest to lowest. Aribon, gathering information about what was it you specifically wanted to look for? What was it you were asking around?
I'm just trying to see if anybody knows where the blacksmith that's been in town the longest. We'll phrase it that way.
Where they go? Well, that depends what kind of smith you're looking for. Are you looking for a farrier, a weaponsmith, an armor smith, a silverware maker? What are you looking for? There's different groups.
Last
Weapons, right?
time I ran into him, it was a weaponsmith. So we'll start there.
Well, then the oldest one is in the northwest quarter.
All right, thank you for
I can't remember the name of the shop though. Sorry.
Most polite lich you'll ever meet.
Listen, you don't get anything out of being evil.
All right, Alice. What are you asking people?
Well, okay, what all do we know about this guy already? Because I thought we knew about the horseshoe thing.
I don't think we know about the horse.
Yeah,
I thought that was in Arimon's memory.
I thought it was the side of the road.
I thought
In my notes, I have written, he remembers a guy once that he knew who makes horseshoes now. He made Arimon something out of stars a while ago. Arimon remembers seeing him last at a place with a long line.
Okay, but I thought the horseshoe part was out of character because you guys realized.
I think that's out of character. Because that's when we realized...
I realized from the horseshoe thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did, that Arimon did know. I did get that information. It could, but then we were like, oh my god, it's the horseshoe guy. And then we talked about how it was also from Terry Pratchett, and I didn't even remember that.
I'm gonna ask for the oldest farrier present outside of town. Or outside of Nectico, the city proper.
Oldest one. They're like thinking, it's like, don't really know. That's a tough one. I don't really keep track of the farriers. You probably have luck in the southwest quarter, though. That's usually where most of the horse stuff is made. So you'd probably asking around there would be better. That's what you get from the east side. Is that the
Alright.
southwest quarter is where they do a lot of horse stuff. All right, next is Tipper. What are you asking?
I'm looking for the finest horseshoer in the land.
You get relatively the same response to that. Oh, if you're looking for a farrier for your horses, you're gonna want to head to the
No.
southwest quarter.
Yeah, but like, where do rich people go?
The same spot.
Okay.
That one. Yes, everybody goes there. Rich or poor, the horseshoes come from the same folk. I guess if you were really obnoxiously rich and you wanted to get them made out of, like gold or something, you'd go to the southeast corner. But most of the practical stuff comes from the western side.
Okay. What you said?
All right. Next would be Gregorius. What are you asking about? Gregorius?
Oh, me?
Yeah, what are you asking about?
Gregorius is just probably the same as everybody else. Like all he knows, from what I remember, is that this guy made horseshoes. From what?
Yep. All right, Anthony, you get told the same thing.
Yeah, can't ask anything else, to be honest with you.
Vlad, you asking around for anything in particular?
Yeah, it'd be about horseshoes.
Same response then. Monsoon, you do
Yeah,
anything?
I would just be asking about the horseshoes.
All right, and Albie?
I feel like my roll was so low I asked about horseshoes, but I'm standing in front of a bunch of people trying to peddle me, like, discount rings.
You don't need horseshoes! You don't have a horse! Hey, look, you got 10 fingers, though! You can buy some rings!
Oh, always make sure you check for somebody selling something really weird, like a weird necklace, Albie. Don't forget that.
Huh?
Are you looking
okay,
for a
hold
weird
on.
necklace?
Listen, I just
Okay.
remember last time we were shopping around was the one with
Yeah.
the eye necklaces.
Okay. Can I roll an appraise check? And I want to see how well they could, like,
Alright, yeah.
convince Rhyme of this.
Just a second, let me get
My appraise is shit. So,
Alright, for deception checks, I need to grab the Orb of Wonder.
that is
No, I'm not using your die, Andy. I'm using the thing Tipper got me.
17.
Ah.
4. That's a
The
21
Orb of Wonder.
appraise.
Yeah.
I'm shocked that
Andy,
even
don't
has
judge me.
20 sides, to be honest.
And then sense motive.
I
Okay.
don't have it set up.
Yeah, but you could still roll it.
Alright, I've got my deception roll, Albie. What do you want?
My appraise was 21, but my sense motive was 17. No, wait, 18. So decent appraise.
I'll roll a second
on
one
that.
against the sense motive. Whoop, whoop. Okay. So what's the total on your sense motive?
Sense motive is 18. My appraise is 21.
As far as you can tell, this is a solid gold ring. Just from looking at it, it doesn't look like anything's off. And he seems like he's being pretty honest. You'd guess that gold ring that he's holding is worth about 10 gold pieces. Which is, a little bit less than what he's charging, but that's pretty standard. He's charging like 12.
I'll give you 7.
8!
Take the deal.
Yeah, you could resell that ring for 10 gold.
7 and 5.
Deal! Just
Okay.
spits into his hand and sticks it out to shake. Ugh.
Rhyme does the same.
Ah, yes, I like you. Here, have another one. And he gives you a second gold ring.
An hour later, you realize they made a chocolate one.
This is why you have prestidigitation. Just for the record.
Like, as a dragon, I feel like I just got conned. As for proprietor of, like, never being to the dwarves, I feel like this is a part of the experience. Rhyme's walking in with, like...
100% were conned.
Yeah.
They're like silver rings plated with gold.
Oh, that's not even that bad. I like silver
No.
more. I'm a silver dragon.
No, yeah, it's
Just peel the
they're
gold off.
They're worth 5 gold. Basically, he was just conning to try and sell them for double their worth. They're worth 5 gold each. But you did the thing, and he was like, well, here you go.
I made money.
I gave you a gold's worth.
Rhyme ends up in eventually finds the others. He has 2 silver rings around his neck.
Alrighty. Alright, so you all get this information. Armand, you share that the oldest weaponsmith is in the northwest quarter, and everybody else gets that. We don't really know where the oldest farrier is, but all the horse stuff is in, like, the southwest corner. Because most people come from the south and the west. So all the horse stuff got set up there.
Is this Animal Crossing music?
So we're going southwest, right? No, this is
Goron
Goron City from Ocarina of Time.
Okay, sorry. It just sounds... Well,
It's incredibly
I
fitting.
forgot
Yeah.
to you know. I know you this one.
Yeah, no, the vibes are great this session.
Although, I feel like it was last session, the vibes were making me uncomfortable with no.
That was the goal.
Oh yeah, it was the Fire Temple.
Oh, yeah, that was...
Which has the version I got is the old version, which has the, I believe it's Islamic chanting in it.
Makes me so mad they got rid of that.
It's really cool because they're literally singing about, like, them being trapped in the fires of hell and for God to save them.
Oh, holy shit, that's metal as hell.
Yeah.
So
And they removed that from it because they're like, listen, we probably shouldn't use religious chanting in our music.
No, I think it's baller.
I loved it. Yeah, that's why I used that one, because I had that old version. And I
The
was
Fire
like, why
Temple
the
is
chanting
creepy.
on?
Like, it should be creepy.
No wonder I was getting, like... Oh,
The
my
manga
God.
makes it so sad, right? That dragon, Link raised that dragon. That was his pet dragon. And then when the time skip happened, Ganon
got a hold of it.
Yeah, it turned into a monster, and so Link had to kill his own pet dragon.
That's fucked, dude.
Yeah.
The manga's
It makes
so
that
good.
fight so much worse for me when I go in knowing that that's his pet. He raised that thing from an egg, and it was his only buddy besides Navi.
Dude, that dragon's made, like, several passes over the city. Anybody, like...
It's just doing laps. He's every once in a while his shadow goes by. Nobody in the city seems to react to it. It's just doing its thing.
Friends of yours?
I think you of all people should know that not every dragon knows each other.
That is also, as you realize, a massive dragon. That is probably one of the largest dragons any of you have ever seen.
Wow, that's wild.
You're talking like ancient, great
Like
worm.
ancient, like the big worm.
That's like
So straight up just a worm.
yeah.
Duncan's fucking licking his chops right now, dude. He's like...
The Dragonlance is vibrating like.
Yeah, no, I know.
You can hear his Duncan's armor is rattling.
Can I just say, that dragon can feel it too. That dragon can feel it too.
Like,
yeah, I'd like to imagine every time it passes by, it eyes Duncan.
I feel like Agnes and Rhyme are, like, within 50 feet. Just, like, away anytime that dragon gets near it. Gotta take a step back.
I'm just imagining, like, the pulse of malice that emanates from the Dragonlance when that thing flies overhead.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
We can't just go belligerently murdering dragons unless they attack us.
Also,
Now,
can I
if
just
you
say,
want to keep
Like
tempting it to attack us, I'm not going to stop you. But
Duncan!
The Dragonlance likes that statement. You feel all right, I can work with that kind of vibe come from the Lance.
No!
hey, this Dragonlance has put up with a lot of shit. Okay.
the Dragonlance opens its mouth and starts yelling, "Hey, fuckface! You wanna go?"
What's your name? Fuck you.
Fuck you, Dale!
Heckling.
Puppet, I need you to roll me a D4 real quick.
Oh shoot, I
I'm
don't
going to
have that
decide.
one.
Oh well.
Oh, I got it.
I'm
I
gonna
only got a
decide-
D20.
Just divide by 5.
It's okay. 3.
Alrighty.
Sorry I'm late, guys. I found this really cool ring shop, and then I got some beer. Dwarves really know how to party. Or at least get real good mead.
You were gone for like an hour.
I got lost.
Okay, you said
I'm
was
just
it
saying
3,
that's
is
a
that what you
very
said?
quick
Yeah,
party.
3.
Alrighty. I've now cordoned off where he is. Exactly.
I needed directions. I walked into like a bar. They were partying. I left with like 2 ales. 2 mead.
Yeah,
Actually,
Rhyme
I don't know
standing
what they
there
said.
with a pint in each hand.
One's
for me?
finished.
Yeah. I mean, I'm halfway through one. Do you want the other?
Oh, sure. Duncan, you know what? I'm immune to poison. I'd rather just drink water, to be honest. This is not going to do anything for me. Yeah, you can have it, as I pass it to the floating will-o-wisp.
Oh wait, hold on. I have a trick for this actually.
Wait, what?
You throw it into the wisp, and it spills inside the wisp, and then just like disappears, and then the glass drops.
Oh.
Shit, I guess I'll just pick that up. That's...
I imagine it was probably made out of wood, actually. But
The worst part about this is you being in the Wisp. All I can think of is Dimple from Mob Psycho.
Yeah.
Like,
that's kind of what I was going for.
All I can think of when I think of Monsoon.
I hate that.
I had to look this up. I regret it.
It's the wisp or the eagle, you know? The
Yeah,
eagle's
yeah.
too anamorphic for me. I don't know.
Just become a fish.
You don't
I
want to be
mean,
Thomas from Animorph.
If you want me to be like a common fucking name a fish, bro, I could turn into a dragon that turns into any animal.
Just turn into a salmon for 5,500 years to escape.
That's an awful reference, Puppet. Stop it. The salmon doesn't need to be brought up. All right. All right. So yeah, you guys head to after gathering that information, you find that if you want a weaponsmith, they're in the northwest quarter, and you've got pretty much an exact location for that one, or at least you can ask around and somebody will be able to point you there. But for the farrier in the southwest, you'll have to do like a little bit more research. I might move Andy back out there. You have to do a little bit more work, another gather information essentially, or just walk around and like ask.
You know what?
Do you remember?
I'm gonna cast friendly face on myself before I do that.
Is Arimon here?
Yeah, why wouldn't I be?
No, I was just asking because I know you went off doing like the weapons thing. Do you remember like any vague description we could go on? Were they like salt and pepper? Were they ginger, blonde?
Dwarf?
Were they a
They
dwarf?
were dwarf.
I don't know. Were they a dwarf? What's my... Can I roll
DC 10 intelligence check.
Or,
To be fair, your memory is not the best.
For once. I love my dice.
On natural 20.
It's
They were not a dwarf. They were kind of like. Now that you're thinking about it, you don't really know what they were. Kind of just bipedal humanoid, kind of plain. They were kind of their own thing.
Okay.
when you looked at them, they kind of just looked like, I don't know. When you looked at them, you just thought you were like a smith. You know, they made
Okay.
stuff.
The
they're
most
just bipedal
smithy smith.
They were just a living hammer and anvil.
That's oddly vague.
How many bipedal humanoids can there be in one city? Oh, wait, don't answer that.
Looks at everyone around you.
Oh,
But yeah,
no one's
you
in
know that they lived along the main road the last time you were here, and that they were a pretty just normal looking person. You with an at 20, they were bald and they had like a really nicely kept beard that they like had like little rings and jewelry in. And it was just like a black beard, black-haired beard with lots of little jewelry bits in it. But they were bald, and they didn't have eyebrows either.
No eyebrows.
You're getting descriptions. Oh wait, shit! I need to take notes.
So now we just gotta go up to every person we see, give them the description, ask if they know that person. How hard
Like,
can it be?
It's been like what, 17,000 millennia?
What? I think you misjudged the time there.
Being facetious. They're old as hell. They may not look like that. Well, the person may even be dead.
Yeah, we might be looking for the descendants if they even have any.
I'm sure we'll figure something.
It's okay. I'll just go up to a dwarf and I'll give them that description and I'll see if they know who I'm talking about.
Make a diplomacy check.
Diplomacy. As it's charisma based.
Oh right, you're not a wizard. You're like a sorcerer.
Yep.
If you want, I can give you a bit of a bonus. Alright, never mind.
What was it? What'd you get?
37.
37. Yeah, asking for a farrier with, that description. Oh my god, I closed my note.
The notes have been
we
closed. We can run
I
wild.
clicked over to get it and then I closed it because I'm a real smart person.
Hey, smart as me.
Then it's over here. World resources, nodes. Yeah, he goes, oh, that sounds like Derek. You'll find him down there. And he points to like the shittiest looking building on the main street. It looks so old and decrepit. It's like wood that's been like covered with like mud to insulate it better, with like a thatch roof, compared to the nicely cut stone buildings all around it.
That's exactly what we need.
It looks unbelievably old. Like like every part of it's well taken care of, but like it looks archaically built. And you can see that like every other business around there has like multiple people standing around, buying stuff or talking, or horses getting shoed. There's nobody in there, like in front of that building. It doesn't even look like there's a shop front. There's just like a door, and then the rest of the building behind it. You can't see in. There's no windows. But you as you approach, can certainly hear the sound of like two people working in there. You don't know what or on what, but yeah. And then you can see there is like a little sign hanging. And it just says Derek's Workshop, Best Smith of Barenholthome.
See, there we go.
Best Smith
It was
of
easy.
Barenthal?
Derek Forge Lord.
Huh.
This is he.
Huh, this is him. He's
Don't
him.
worried about.
Is this the same
Don't worry
building?
about that.
It's the same what?
I'm asking Aramon, is this the same building, or did they upgrade? For the last time we saw that.
They've gotten new thatch since the last time you were here, but otherwise
yeah.
it looks about the same.
Yeah, exactly.
There was a hole last time.
Finally put a roof on that thing.
Alright, who's knocking?
I'll.
Oh.
I mean, you should probably do it, Ariman. You know the
Now?
guy.
I know the guy.
Is it customary to, like, offer ale? I'm sorry, I'm very unfamiliar with dwarven culture.
He wasn't a dwarf, so it works out.
But-
That's Armand lets you know. He's not a dwarf.
But, like,
He's a
living...
bipedal humanoid.
That's such a generic description.
Thank you, Armand. So helpful.
Armand
as
Anything else to
always.
work with?
He's a smith.
Ariman, I know it's been a long time since you've been around people, but when a vaguely skeletal person says or refers to other people as bipedal humanoids, it kind of makes their skin crawl slightly.
Have you ever seen a quadrupedal humanoid?
Quadrupedal humanoid.
Armand, make me an
haven't.
intelligence check, DC 5.
Oh wait, no, that's him! That's literally him!
Yeah, that's an 8.
Yeah, you. You used to be a quadrupedal humanoid.
Technically,
Also, you've
technically,
been to Ladra. You've seen what they do with
Behold,
limbs there.
Yeah.
not a man.
wait, hold on. I'm a werewolf. Technically, I can be a quadrupedal humanoid.
Yeah, it's
Also,
true.
Wendigos, if you see them on all fours, it's a terrifying time.
Don't remind me.
I have.
Don't remind me.
Also, the gorillas in the back cart.
True?
I always more imagine someone who looks like a horse that's also humanoid. But I guess, you know.
Dude,
Centaurs have been extinct for centuries.
Yeah, so, like, those are just
Birds are
myths.
extinct.
We don't know they exist. I'm pretty sure they never exist in the first place. I think
They're
it's just
fake
all
creatures, right?
Lodge and propaganda.
No, have to be the Fae.
Does a mechanical bear count? No, that wouldn't count.
That's not a humanoid.
That's
That's a bear.
I feel like we're gonna get stares if we don't.
Anyway, yeah.
Nobody seems to notice you. There actually seems to be like this area around that building which people kind of just unconsciously avoid.
Neat.
See, we're fine.
Alright.
Like
Well-
even the pathway that's in front of this building is less worn down from use.
He's just like,
I really
"Man,
need to learn this trick.
So who's knocking or opening the door?
Alright, Mom, will.
Arabon's knocking.
Yeah, he's old for.
Alright, Armand, this door is about 5 feet tall. And the door kind of, you hear like a noise of confusion. And then the door swings open and kind of crouched down a little bit is this like 8-foot tall ASMR woman with like blood red metallic hair and just soot all over, like just completely smudged with soot and oil, and like a hammer in one hand, who looks really confused at what she sees on the other side of this door.
Hi, we're looking for Derek. Is he here?
She kind of like blinks for a second, and she goes, "Oi, Derek, you got visitors, boss!" And then she kind of gets out of the way of the door, and like kind of stands to the side and like does the little hand motion to welcome you in. And the other Derek does not seem to have stopped what he's doing, which is making a horseshoe. You know, he's got it on like he's making it bend around that like pointed bit of the anvil. He's hitting it so it like starts to bend and whatnot, and you just hear that ding, 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 ding. Hits the horseshoe, hits the anvil, hits the horseshoe, hits the anvil, hits the horseshoe, hits the anvil, and he's just got like a little rhythm going. And then after he finishes, he like puts it back into the smelter to like keep it hot, and he turns around and he's like, "Araman, is that you? Is that you, Araman? What are you doing here?" And the rest of you looking at him, the man has no ears. He is just a bald, earless looking human almost.
His ass is a thumb.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a thumb.
He's not that big. He's like 5'10", 5'11" He's pretty thin, but like every part of him looks like just every muscle in his body looks like it's just like an iron cord. He looks like he's flexing every single muscle all at once, but he's like this kind of gaunt, normal-sized person.
Oh, like Beerus.
Yeah.
Muscular, but really underfed.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's...
It's like you can see his muscles moving beneath his skin as he like moves.
This motherfucker went fucking too far on the Gold's gym membership, man.
Bro knows every single calorie he's ate for the last millennium.
You see?
Personally,
It's pure iron.
I just want to give this man a
Nothing
sandwich for some reason.
Yeah, get this man a cheeseburger.
I just gonna make him a cheeseburger.
Yeah, but he's like, he walks up to Arimon and he goes for the hug. Arimon, how do you respond?
I don't remember that. This was in my memory. You'll have to forgive me a bit. I've gone through some. What do you guys keep referring to it as?
Amnesia.
Amnesia.
osmosis.
It's not.
Osmosis.
Osmosis. Amnesia? Oh, something wrong with the old thinker box? Need me to take a look?
Sure.
Alright. He like picks you up, just like by the scruff of your neck, and like carries you over to a chair. And then just like, goes behind you and pulls like your little hood down if it was up. And then he just like, the rest of you see him like walk over and pull out this sort of like leather, like rolled up sort of sack. If you've ever seen like lock picking tools, that like long big leather thing they all slide in. He picks up something like that and then lays it on the table, and there are just hundreds of little, very finicky metal tools. And he picks a couple out and goes back over to Arimon. And Arimon, you feel him start poking the back of your skull, and the rest of you watch as he starts pulling different pieces of Arimon's skull out, all the different mix-match pieces of metal, and just kind of setting them on a little tray in like an ordered method.
You seem very familiar with this. Did you make his bones?
Yeah, he lost the other set, so I had to make him a new set.
Oh.
Man, Louis, man.
That's why he was there the last time he was here, because he lost all his bones.
How did he get here without bones?
He got carried.
Huh.
Like
They had him in like a bucket. He was like a soup.
Soup?
He was a soup?
I don't know what else to call it.
Was he just like a
Was
bunch
it
of
sorry?
Well, yeah, he was a soup. He was like a sparkly soup.
Was
Okay,
he
we're
just
familiar with
flesh
that.
and blood? And brain?
I don't know what this guy is. I don't think he.
Well,
knows
turning
what he
into a
is.
liquid.
I'm
seems
very glad that we're
interesting
not
to
the
me.
only ones who don't know.
Yeah.
Very confused.
I mean, whatever he is now
very
is not what he
interesting
was when we first met. But that doesn't matter. And he just starts pulling apart like all his little bones. And Armand, you just feel really dizzy.
It's a good
And he's
thing
like-
I don't have any organs.
He's like looking at him. He like sticks his eye right down into the hole he's made in your skull. And is like looking in. The rest of you, it's like when those like peek holes in doors that you look through. That's what he's doing to the back of Arimon's head right now. He's got his eye up to that, stretching his eyelids, trying to look in better.
You want me to get you a flashlight? I can hold the flashlight.
What's a flashlight?
The
Do you need
magical
do you need a
torch,
light?
You know? The
What? And you realize
the
this
wizards can
for the
do it.
first time, the only lights in this room are coming from the forges. It is dark in here. You don't think this man has even discovered the candle yet.
I'm gonna cast light to give him some more light.
As the light comes on, you see that this man is so pale that you can see through his skin.
That's fucked up.
He has not seen sunlight in several millennium.
We really
And
need to
he
give
watches
you a
his
canopy.
eyes go from like you couldn't see it before, but they were essentially solid black a second ago, and now they just shrink down to the
This is
tiniest
like
little black dots you've
This is
ever
like that
seen.
meme, you know, the like where they're saying on the
This is what
Like
this
this.
is.
it's like when he
Yes.
when I turn into a gibbering orb, it's like that's pretty, you know, that's pretty dope. When this guy looks even a little like gaunt, everyone's what the
But his
gagging.
eyes just like little needle points of black surrounded in white. And he's like, "Oh my god, what is that? Holy!" And he's like, "Yeah, put it behind me. Put it behind me. I can't see with it in front of me. Backlight."
I'll move it behind his head.
Yes, you move the lights. You all move the lights behind him, and he's like, "Perfect!" And he like squints back down, eye like almost sticking into the Armon's skull. And he's like looking, and he's like, "Okay, I can see the problem. You got there's like this black like tar in here, Armon."
Oh, I probably shouldn't be there.
What's that to your soul?
Do we need to wash it?
Ah,
Is it keeping
it's
his
not
bones
moving.
together?
No. His bones stick together because they're magnetic.
I had
Uh,
Oh, right.
covering these bones for a long time, I guess.
oh, Armon, you gotta oil them. I told you.
Maybe I overoiled them or something. I don't
No, this isn't oil. This is something. This looks like you crawled into a tar pit trying to find a mammoth corpse, my man. Let's see.
Have you seen an undead mammoth? They're pretty cool.
Confirmed there are mammoths in his army.
Of course.
Well,
It's the undead zoo.
okay. If you don't mind being discorporated for a little while, we can fix this pretty easily.
Yeah, sure. That sounds fine.
All right. And
We
he
need
just
to-
begins disassembling Arimon.
I need a rest for a little bit, anyways. It's been a long time.
Do we need like a
No, he's good. He walks over and he like pulls out like a wooden bucket and sticks Arimon's feet into it, and then just starts taking his bones apart and laying them out on the table in like a very nice, like even order. And eventually, you guys start seeing like that same shiny ooze leak out of the bottom half of Arimon and just kind of start plopping into the bucket.
So
Is that
that's
dangerous ooze?
no.
It's
This
just
is the thing
starry
that,
little ooze.
this is the thing that This is what Arimon wants. So that's the vessel. This is Arimon, but that's not.
Oh, they're both Arimon. Without it, he's just kind of. There's no man there. You know, he's just
This is just
Ari,
Ari.
I guess. Yeah. But yeah, and he's like taking it apart, and then like his, his apprentice comes over, and she starts like taking pieces, and like she's got like a little horsehair brush, and she's like scrubbing at it, trying to get the gunk off, and she's like dipping it into like probably some alcohol, if you had to guess, because they don't seem like they have a lot of water in here, and she's just scrubbing, and it's coming off, but she looks up at you all like, if you want to grab some brushes and help, we can get this done a bit faster.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, she points over at like a box full of just like all these brushes, but like all the hairs are broken. These people have pushed. It's like a toothbrush that you've used for.
How
too
big is
long.
the
People
room?
have pushed- It's like 20 feet by 20 feet, but with maybe like 10 feet of square feet of.
Look,
actual
I could
open
grab
floor
all of
space.
these brushes, like,
Hey,
and do it all myself as
Yeah.
a tree.
I
Pop
don't
it.
like that while this is going on, I just walked by somebody with the title Black Blood.
Yeah. But yeah, they're scraping it off, and you guys scrape off all the old gunk from Arimon's flesh.
While we're
Would
screwing,
prestidigitation work too?
Prestidigitation does not work.
I feel like
That's
this is
really
more of
hard
a
on gunk.
manual labor thing, not a.
Yeah,
cheap
it
and
does.
easy.
Like it takes some work. The pressure washer worked with the goblet because it was a pressure washer. The goblet doesn't create magical water; it just creates water. And this is just good old fashioned brushes. And he sit there, and you know, clean it up. You know, he's looking nice and shiny. And then she kind of like passes along a couple cloths and some like little like bottles of probably like linseed oil or something along those lines. And just, you know, you all start shining the little bones, making them nice and shiny and oiling them up, and then passing them back. And this takes about an hour or two. Especially once you start getting the really tiny bones, yeah.
Can we talk to the apprentice? Figure out,
Yeah.
you know, we know a lot about the smith from context, but we've never met this apprentice. What's her name? And, you know, how did you get here?
I'm Cinder. My father-in-law.
Oh. Father-in-law?
Yeah.
That's neat.
Okay, so we already know there's a child somewhere, and they got married.
How long have you been working with him?
That's my old druid name.
Like 150-ish years, probably.
Oh, that's probably makes a lot of sense.
Ever looking to start your own? How you learned a lot?
Now, oh yeah, everything. I didn't know how to even start a fire really before I started working for him. There's no better person to learn from.
I
Kind of made it all. So
of legend of his great work. But how
best horseshoes in the continent.
So if he's your father-in-law, who's your parents? How old are they?
My parents? She gives you a detailed history of like, yeah, well, he's adopted, you know.
Oh.
So,
yeah, I was just talking to the guy who's being disassembled right now. Yeah. He's old, and he knows a guy, so, like, the Smith's old, too. Everyone's so old here.
Well, mostly just in this building. It's an old building. Old things
I'm very young
grouped together.
in terms of dragons.
I mean, I'm only 175, so...
You're still older than I am. I'm only, like... 100... I lost track.
Man, particularly.
I think I'm 143.
Oh, I'm like...
I'm 29.
46. 146.
Agnes is giving Duncan that look like, holy shit, we're babies to these people.
Have we ever considered this? Is that we're just running around as two toddlers, completely supervised.
But who's toddlers?
Two toddlers running around with knives.
Agnes and Duncan are both 29, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Same age. Babies
Agnes,
compared to these people.
extremely successful as a dragon.
For a dragon?
29-year-old.
Yeah. Should still be like a wormling, just for the record.
But
or maybe like a young dragon.
The size of a house.
Ancient dragon bigger. Size right now.
Yeah.
It's okay. You know, the timer on my life is what gives it value.
All the like okay, semi-immortal people all kind of just look at each other like, so cute. But yeah, you do that for like an hour and a half. She, you know, tells you all about herself. It's not particularly interesting. She doesn't come from any special family. You know, somebody farther back in her line was the one that got with an angel. There wasn't anyone in recent memory of her family. They were kind of surprised when she was an ASMR. Her husband was just a random orphan who wandered into this place one day and, you know, just kind of got adopted because he was hanging around the building. And Derek felt bad for him. So taught him how to work. Taught him a craft. He works inside the city now. He works in the like. They have this giant sort of smithing quarter there that like works for the emperor or empress at the, you know, whichever there is at the time. Sort of like the royal smiths. producing all the weapons and armor that's needed throughout the kingdom. Or whatever tools. You know, they kind of they're like the government workers.
I see.
Essentially the highway department. But for tools. Since they all live in mountains, they need a lot of chisels. And pickaxes. And then she works here, because it's kind of the best place to just learn. Sir Remy's a really good teacher.
So you have no actual interest to get into the city?
No. It's a little small, cramped in there. Dwarves are like 4 feet tall. Their doorways are a little small for me.
I see.
You're like double that.
Yeah. I have to crawl when I go in there. It's not fun.
How tall is
That
she?
does sound kind of
She's
miserable.
8 feet tall.
Fuck, she's taller than me.
Yeah, she's
Fuck.
big. Like, she is the opposite of Derek. She is buff, metallic skin, metallic hair, just striking. She has like 27 charisma.
How tall is Duncan?
In his large form, he's like 9 feet. But I imagine he shrunk down. He turned off the belt, so he's just 6 feet.
Yeah, the door was 5 feet tall, so...
Yeah, so he only had to crouch down to get in.
Yeah.
9 feet tall, holy.
But yeah, you guys just clean up the bones, and then after a while they put them back together, and you hear, like, now, as he's being put back together, there's like this sort of satisfying, like, ringing noise as the pieces go together. They're sort of like vibrating at the same pitch together. And as they like cling, ding, ding, it's just like, it sounds like a little bell getting tinkled around a little bit.
Incredible.
And once they're kind of put together,
Amazing, I love it.
That's so good.
Hollow, plus 10 molt.
Armand, anytime I want you to put in your notes, anytime that you try to remember something, and I ask you for an intelligence check, give yourself a +5 now that you're clean.
All right, cool.
Just untyped +5. Applying to intelligence checks to remember things now that all your pieces have been cleaned, and there's nothing inhibiting your memory other than yourself.
I could definitely do better. Hold on.
Neat.
Armand's all nice and shiny and sparkly, glittering. You can see your reflections in his little bones. And actually, now that they're cleaned and like put together, they look a little bit less bone-like and more like I just smoother. He looks a lot smoother than he did before. As if like whatever, like just Derek, interacting with them, putting them together, made them newer almost.
Question. And
Yeah.
purely for academic reasons. Still multitude of metal colors?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Don't need to change that.
No. Those are all the same. Still just a bunch of little metal pieces, but now they just look nicer now. They look less beat up. There's like less wear and tear. Just him touching them almost seemed like they've been mended.
That's crazy. You've got, like,
You got the
Skill.
touch.
Listen, you gotta stay clean.
well, like, how did you do that?
Reminds me
You
of that.
didn't
He
touch.
puts down like
just touched them.
he like pulls like you watch as he like reaches down to his hands or what you thought were his hands, and he pulls off these like really thin gloves, and he's like, they clean whatever they touch, and they're like the thinnest little gloves you've ever seen. He's like, I got these from a crazy little fae, and I love them.
Crazy
Wow.
little fae.
I have a question.
And he puts them back on. He's like, it's so nice, everything's so clean. And he's just
Has
like,
Allard
looking
met
to-
this man? Is that what I'm supposed to take away from this?
Maybe. You're welcome to like make a spot check to see if you
Can
see
I-
anything about these gloves. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll do a spot check.
I was about to say Idris. Sorry, I was looking at a sheet today.
A spot check that would be a 56.
Yeah,
The-
you recognize Allard's little maker mark sewn into the weave of those little gloves.
I bet she really hit it off with this guy. Because he's just a smith. He's just a normal guy. And you know what? He's sick of making weapons for awful people. Just like her. So she was probably like, yeah, you know what, here. Smith to smith. Here's something you need.
The magic gloves that clean things for his
That's the real
bloody
trouble.
hands.
Dunk.
Okay, I've changed it. Here we go.
Perfect.
I mean,
Damn.
like true expert work tools, you know, like master
Yeah.
work tools squared.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like he has 100%, like
Quadrupled.
every like as you look around, everything that is any kind of metal or like tool, anything that is like like not a piece of furniture is the like pristine, spotless, so unbelievably well made that it's like almost inconceivable to any of your minds, especially since none of you are like craftspeople. You're just like looking at things.
I've
like,
started
what?
specking into some crafting to eventually make my own gun. I have a plus 15, I think.
In
Uh,
what kind of crafting?
woodworking.
Woodworking? Okay, so again, the furniture looks really bad. You don't know anything about his tools, but you've got the woodworking down. Oh my
I
god.
feel like the sparkles needed to be
That's
off
outside.
Arimon.
Yeah, that's what it looks like when he's outside.
So shiny.
Looking a little brilliant.
Yeah. But yeah. He puts it back together, Arimon, and you feel a little bit less fuzzy. Feel like you're able to recall things a lot better.
Nice.
You look nicer. And then he kind of just like cleans his tools, just runs his little fingers along everything. Everything that he's, that touched you, he runs along, cleans, wraps it back up, puts it back into like a shelf, and then turns around and is like, so, you all done? Is that what you needed, right?
Oh,
Y'all
no.
good? Oh.
But I'm sure I owe you for all of that. I'm sure I already owe you.
Nah, no, you're fine. You did me a favor, I can do you a favor. It's all good.
What exactly was that favor?
The one you did for me?
Yeah,
You killed the guy who stole my forge.
that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Who would steal your forge? That's kind of rude.
It's got
Oh,
a-
one of the... It was a while back. It was one of the old emperors.
In the Northern Empire?
No, in that thing they call a city over there. They still have my forge, but, at least the guy who took it didn't get to use it.
Do you want that
Oh.
back?
Well, yeah, of course I want that back. I can't make another one.
Oh, look, I'll put it on my to-do list at some point.
How long is that?
Considering I lost the original to-do list, I don't know.
It's probably a lot shorter now since you lost it.
Yeah, but I'm sure there was some important stuff on the old one.
Oh. Fair.
It's like you hire a guy to keep track of your lists, so you don't lose them anymore.
I mean, if there's something important for me to do, this phone will tell me, so...
Just
Anyway.
standing outside the building, unable to hear this.
Oh my god, I think I just figured out what we're doing. Son of a bitch.
Yeah,
What?
we're gonna do a heist.
Shit.
Steal the forge.
I figured I think. God damn
Well, let's
it.
at least tell them about the
Yeah,
you know,
let's-
the thing
let's-
We got
Yeah.
the quest. The layup's right there.
You guys can start with. You guys should explain that part.
Oh yeah. So the whole reason we found out about you is because we came back to our train, and told Arimon here that we found this metal which has a really fiery elemental bound to it. And
Do we know
apparently
it's a star in character?
We knew it fell from the
I think
sky.
it fell from the sky.
Yeah,
You assume it's like a meteor or something.
yeah. It was tied to
We've chanced upon some kind of meteorite or astral body that has fallen to
Well,
us.
Didn't the old Lord of Light tell Ahriman that it was that's what happens when stars fall from the sky?
Yeah, you didn't tell them though.
Okay, cool.
You can if you want, but you didn't.
Oh yeah, sure. I'll tell them that it's a star that fell from the sky.
Yeah, he told Vlad that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
It's-
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Glad
Yeah,
we shared
so-
that.
All right. Yeah. So Vlad shares that information. Derek kind of like, you can tell he's interested, but he's kind of like, uh-oh. What are you gonna ask you to do with this? He's like, uh-huh. And what do you need me for?
Well, you know how to forge it. How do you forge this?
Well, I knew how to forge that. I can't really do it now. You need a lot of stuff that I just don't have for this. My old forge could, I had a lot of similar things, and I used a bunch of stuff together, and it let me do things I couldn't really do. I don't know how to really explain this.
You could do your best work on your forge.
Yeah.
So if you had your old forge,
I don't even
this may be
need
conceivable.
the forge itself. I mean the things that made the forge work.
What is that?
And he kind of looks at like the trash can that you've got. He's like, I had a couple things kind of like that.
Oh, things that will never melt in heat. I mean, that makes sense.
Well, I mean the things in that.
Oh, things made of star metal.
Yeah, well,
Or-
not necessarily. The
or
thing
the
in
thing-
the little star. Yeah, the
Okay.
star itself. I had a couple of them in these nice little boxes. And they,
Always
I
boxes.
hooked them up to my forge, and I could use them. I had a water one, I had an icy one, I had a windy one, and I had a fiery one. But they nabbed all of those, took them into their magical super forge that the emperors and the empresses use now.
So they stole it from you
Well, yeah.
callously.
Well, they wanted the stuff I wouldn't make them any stuff, so they were like, well, maybe it's
Doesn't
his
mean they can take your
magical
property.
forge. Well, little do they know that you can't. Doesn't matter if you got the magic forge if you don't know how to use it.
So it's just been sitting there not doing anything? Or
Oh, they've been using it. It makes good stuff, but
They don't know how to really use it.
Yeah, like they've been trying to make a hammer that I made forever ago, and they just suck at it. Unable, can't even make stuff as good as me. So
You're like the patron saint of forging.
something like that.
how much does it cost to get a horseshoe made by you?
How big's your horse?
Oh. Can we get... What about Pudgy? Can we put... Does Pudgy want horseshoes? Or anything like shoes?
Pudgy has toes.
What?
Socks?
Why would
Pudgy
he
does
need
not have
horse-
hooves.
Why does he need fucking horseshoes, Duncan?
I don't know, he's really good at making horseshoes. I kind
Pudgy is a crocodile.
Can he only make horseshoes right now, or can he make other things?
I mean, he just likes to make horseshoes.
Fair enough.
The horses don't do anything, so It
Wait, don't
depends
we
how
have-
big your horse is, so
I don't think any of us have horses.
No?
I know we have a pig.
Oh, we have a unicorn, but I think those are.
Oh
not
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
type
I've
of
got
thing
a
you
I've got a
put-
dire boar, but it's
Oh,
cloven
I can-
hoofed.
I
Oh.
can make shoes for that if you want. Dire boar, that's pretty big. He sits
I don't
back.
know
It's
if it
probably a silver shoe.
Do you think it would benefit from? I never thought about shoeing it, but
I mean, does it walk a lot?
Especially on like the stone paths, I imagine it's at least better for the feet.
I suppose
Yeah.
it does walk a lot.
It stops their stuff from getting ground down so much.
What
It's like-
kind of maintenance goes into that?
Well, you just got to take him in every month or so to get his feet cleaned and maintained. Otherwise, it can
Right.
get infected and whatnot. But it's not too bad.
The cleaning's not that bad from what I remember. I talked to an equestrian once. It's the
Mhm.
if like
If you do it regularly, it's easy and fine.
Yeah.
Well,
I
I'll-
can't tell
You could literally
if
ask
it's
a Gorgas to
story
do that,
or
and he could
rhyme
do it.
story.
Gorgas can
would
do
take you
that,
up on that certainly.
All right, yeah.
Close.
I can get them done for you by tomorrow.
How much
I
would
just
that set
need
me
the
back?
size, a silver shoe.
It's very affordable.
It's iron.
I'll give him 4 silver pieces.
Fantastic.
Where do you
And
get your
then-
iron?
I buy it from the dwarves.
Hmm.
I got a deal with one of them, White Feather.
White feather.
Yeah, the White Feather house.
Huh.
I thought it was someone's name for a second.
Well, it is their. It
It
was their
kinda is.
family name. Listen, they used to be called the Birch Shields until somebody sold them one of Daramuth's feathers, and they suddenly became one of the leading trading houses in the city.
oh well
What maybe that could have been.
Yeah,
That
you
was
really
Coco.
would do that?
I figured
That was
Coke.
Thorag, yeah.
I had a
Thorag
feeling.
many hundreds of years ago. And
God.
then they used it to make into a magic quill that writes secrets into a big book for them.
That. Oh my god, that's terrible.
And they've abused those secrets to take over the market and become the most powerful trading house in all of the Dwarven Kingdom.
Oh, god damn
Is
it,
that does
Thorag.
that campaign straight up just make money?
Yes.
Become gods?
Yes. That was Andy's entire goal. Andy wanted to be able to produce a new warship each month. That was her goal. And she got to the point where she was like making so much money she could produce like 10 a month. Like 250,000-ish a month, I think, was her gold profit by the end of the campaign.
Yeah.
Man,
Trade is the way to win everything.
She was literally like selling iron at one point with the wall of iron stuff.
Oh my god.
She was duping iron.
Yeah.
Damn, they got that fucking magical iron. It ain't as good.
So
God. The
And she
Yeah.
skinned literally every monster they came across. So
dude,
what?
the only business I remember doing was fucking Horkfrog investing in his wife's forge.
yeah,
So question:
yeah.
if we got you back your boxes,
Yeah.
would that put you in any danger? Would they come trying to seek you out?
Maybe, but they wouldn't find me this time. Now I know that they're looking. Last time I thought we were friends. Well, that didn't turn out to be true. If you're not friends, you can't find my house. So
That's a clever little enchantment.
Wait, how do you?
yeah, I had a nice wizard help me with that.
How do you, how big is this forge?
Well, the forge itself, I don't know. I haven't seen what they've done with it. The boxes, like 2 feet by 2 feet each.
Bro, you just need
2
the
feet, 2
boxes,
feet, 2 feet.
and you can read
Oh,
the
yeah.
rest of the
Are they made of wood?
No, they're. I don't know exactly what they're made of. I didn't make the
Is
boxes.
there any distinct colors we may be searching for?
They'll each have a big sort of circular goldish imprint thing on the front, like a big seal.
Like a
One
maker?
of them's got like a big one of them's got like a big water drop, and another's got a little icicle. One's got like a little wind blowy thing, and
Okay, so just like
he's like, give me, you know what, here, and he sits down, and he like starts scribbling on a little piece of parchment with like a little piece of charcoal. I'll give you his. He's like, he draws up what his forge used to look like. Let's see. This.
I wonder if it'd be more beneficial to look like a dwarf while we're here. Oh, I don't know dwarven. That's probably a dead giveaway.
I do.
I can look like a dwarf too.
I can also look like a dwarf.
Better
Well,
yet, I
not
could
the
look out.
dwarves.
I could look like the very front of the line dwarf.
Actually, I can literally just make myself a dwarf.
God, that'd be so dirty.
Remember, I have polymorph.
Yeah,
You
I
fucking
mean,
like slide in the line, silence.
the way you
dwarf.
do it is someone goes ahead of you and dimension doors the person that you turn into right at the same time you turn into them. So the culprit, the victim gets teleported away, and I'm ready to go in.
That's pretty scummy.
That is very scummy. That is. I don't think that's going to be possible.
So we have to heist the forge, and that's
I'll put some voice. Here you go.
to the rest of the crowd, not in character. How are we going to bring up to this guy that we also want to have him make us a weapon from the star metal?
Favor for a favor.
Feels kind of rude up front.
This
That
would be a
feels very-
massive favor to get his boxes back, just for the record.
No, I understand that, but it also feels a little disingenuous. It's like, hey, we got you this back.
I mean, we should be honest that we do.
Yeah.
I think he already knows more or less that we want him to make something out of this star
Yeah,
metal.
he
And
doesn't
we
know
all
what you
look
want,
like
but-
adventurers, so it's probably nothing that
Adventurers
he would
with
normally want to
magical weapons that already look incredible. One of you is carrying the dragon lance.
Oh yeah, do you know this? Who made
Yeah.
this?
Oh, nobody made that. That's a thing.
What do you mean it's a thing?
It's just the thing.
If you not talk to it, it can talk. That's a thing.
I like mentally talk to it, but it can't talk to me back. It sends me back emotions.
You don't speak its language.
What language does it speak?
I don't know. I don't speak that thing's language either.
Is it like
Wait,
No, we have tongues, don't we?
Yeah, I cast tongue.
That
on
work?
Duncan.
That does not work. It doesn't like it. Whatever the way it communicates is not through the same way that you all communicate.
is
It is some kind of, language beyond your comprehension.
So it's like an eldritch
It's
horror.
like a little, maybe another thing that came from somewhere.
Beyond the stars.
Something that
I
our
really
magic can't
dislike
reach.
dragons.
It's probably some kind of like giant spirit or something. Those guys hate dragons.
Have you ever asked it why it hates dragons so much?
Yeah, not particularly. Why do you completely despise dragons with every ounce of your
Duncan will
material?
save.
I don't think it's a good idea to.
Duncan will save.
He's doing it.
15.
The Mad Lad's doing it.
I feel like
low will
both
save,
Rhyme
but-
and like
Giga
Agnes
Chad,
reached
choose to
out
fail.
Duncan at that moment.
I would technically pass.
I will say there was no like negative repercussions. Like really, yeah. Okay. So
Do I
you
sense it's
feel
trying
like
to
if it
usher
gets-
images into my mind?
Yeah, it's gonna it's trying to share its experience with you, and you feel that the will save is stopping you from feeling the pain and emotions that it felt, and just seeing it.
Duncan needs the full context, to be honest.
Duncan, you watch as its world is raised around it by these draconic beings flying overhead, melting everything. And you get like from its perspective, it like running. You can't in like just shadowy figures fleeing in all directions as dragons fly overhead, burning its world and everyone around it. And then it kind of just fades to black, and then you just feel this hatred, this need for revenge that just pulses from the lance, as all it wants to do is find where they came from and destroy their world.
Oh, okay. With the full context, it makes a lot of sense as to why you want to kill these things. But are the dragons here actually the dragons there, or do they just look the same?
It projects another image. Do you want to make a will save or just let it share some more with you?
If it has no ill will to try to control
There's no
me,
ill will. No,
yeah.
It's just trying to share.
Yeah,
That hatred fills you again as you look up, as you get back, and he's like laying on the ground, looks up at the sky, and this bright white platinum dragon is in the highest point with swarms of other dragons swirling around like a little tornado as it like lights up, and then just the world around you like atomicizes, like a bomb has just gone off and evaporates.
Do I recognize that as
Now,
Oh, 100%. That is 100% Bahamut.
Huh. Bahamut's a war criminal.
I've been saying it.
Is Duncan
Go
saying
on.
that out loud?
Goron City is having
Yeah.
some issues.
Restart it. Restart it. I think it's fitting, just for the record. But
I thought my audio was fucking up, honestly. I've been gaslit by my shit.
Yeah, no, it was like
Hey, quick-
dying as I described it as a world atomizing.
when you, I don't know how I feel about that specifically.
Fucking Gorgon City. Fucking.
It's melting.
this is actually
I can't even
creepy.
hear it.
This is actually creepy.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
I don't think
But yeah,
Ooh.
It's modulating. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
That's really dang.
It's like screaming in hatred at it. Yeah.
outwardly,
I-
what you guys will see Duncan as he meditates with his lance is his eyes like go like wide as like he receives all the memories, and you can tell that Duncan keeps a pretty straight face when it comes to pain and suffering and emotions, but it's rough for this man. As a couple tears roll down his eyes as he sympathizes with the lance.
I never knew I could go underwater at Bronze Lake.
That's where you get some of the most expensive fish for materials.
I think
I'm sorry.
Did
It's so.
Did Duncan actually say the line about
Yeah.
Bahamut being a
Yes.
I've been saying it. I've told you guys.
What do you know
What
about
do you
this?
mean?
What do you know about this, Ariman?
It's Bahamut. I told you that guy's been
Rhyme,
shady this
Rhyme's
whole
just
time.
gonna
How did
subtly
they get
put a
here?
silver triangle
How did-
down his shirt.
Oh, wait, listen. I just say Bahamut's a war criminal because I'm pretty sure he is. I don't actually know what he did or anything, for the record.
If you want, you can touch the lance, but I think it might destroy your body. But this it gives a pretty good summary, to be completely frank. It'll at least add some justification to unjustified hatred.
I need that to stop so badly.
Can I do like
Yeah,
a
I'll
history
try
check on
another one.
Bahamut?
As a dragon?
You will receive no matter what you roll, you'll not be able to like know any of this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this
It's
is
literally
knowledge.
history of another world.
Yeah,
Well, I was trying to say that if there's other knowledge I can find of him doing war crimes in our world.
No. Yeah, no.
Okay.
Nothing like that. No, he has not atomized your world.
Good.
Oh no, it's just
Just like fuck you
it's
tonight.
gone. Yeah, it's died.
Decided it does not like
Funny.
you.
Oh, that was so funny. But yeah, yeah, that's what the Dragonlance shares with you. You know, as why it dislikes Bahamut. I mean, why it dislikes dragons.
So okay. I'm asking specifically. Paladine is Bahamut and Bahamut is Paladine, right? Dragonlance stuff?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Got it. I'm gonna need some serious convincing before I break oaths to dragon gods.
Oh,
Well-
you loyal to Bahamut?
Well, technically, because I was reading Dragonlance, I put like a paladin, a paladine.
Paladine, if you will remember, Albie, one of their ideals is to strive for redemption.
Yeah.
Striving to bring those who fell to darkness back to the light.
Very Sarenrae.
Yeah. Listen, Sarenrae is just all the fun good gods of D&D kind of mushed together, and that's why I love them.
Yeah. But hearing the like platinum dragon thing, like
This is
Ryan
kind of like
definitely put that silver triangle underneath the shirt.
There we go.
Perfect.
That ping when it came in was kind of scuffed for me. It was like a weird
Discord
8-bit
just having a
echo.
moment.
this is actually driving a kind of crisis of faith, at least in the upper echelons of
Yeah.
Duncan's brain.
No, it's
He's-
bad.
He's gonna go outside for a bit, sit down, and he's gonna try to talk to the Dawnfather and ask, what gives? How
I'm not
is it?
associated with the dragon.
Would you be mad if
I
I
am
tried to
not
commune with him to try to ask him himself?
You probably shouldn't do that.
Okay.
He's like, as my champion, you probably shouldn't try to directly communicate with other deities.
Right.
He's like, it's essentially the same as me opening up a direct line.
What if I asked, like, Agnes over there to do it?
That you're welcome to do whatever. Ask anybody else. I just don't recommend opening up direct lines of communications to deific figures who you are not particularly friendly with.
Right. You know what? Thanks for
We're
the
having
advice,
a
Dawnfather.
crisis
You're-
I'm
You're
one of the
homie.
friendliest ones. Yeah, I know.
Um,
Listen, this is the difference between people born gods and those who rose up.
and I just want you to know, if you had any kind of horrific things you've done in your past that you regret, I think that really, like, striving for being a better person is what
All
defines
gods
you as
have
a
done
person.
horrific things that they regret. It's part of godhood.
Okay, I just want you to know that I don't hold any ulterior contempt. So
Don't
long
worry,
as
the
you're trying to be a
horrific
better
things that I
person.
did, I have long since paid my debts for.
Bahamut? Or do you think he's still putting that one off? I guess someone will have to ask him.
Bahamut is
Also-
across many worlds, and for ours, he has not committed many sins. So I cannot speak to what he does in the other world. I have no influence there.
Also, we kind of know this Bahamut kind of took the figure of the god because of the Elven.
He may
Out
have
of-
influenced the Elven in some way, to get a position in this world. Because a lot of the gods that are here that are from other, from normal D&D are kind of parasitic little bastards who wormed their way into a world where they were not a natural part of.
I fucking love that.
Good talk. Thanks for helping me out here.
Anytime, that's what I'm here for. You hear the phone click.
I thought he was doing the
I thought the
so
bonfire
cool.
did.
That was
Right,
finger guns as well, yeah.
Why is this so cool, bro? What the fuck?
Oh man.
Alright. Duncan will walk back
Damn.
inside.
Well, like you
Calm
said, he
down.
was mortal once, so...
He had the scene face.
He got a
Yeah.
fucking. He got a
He did his
promotion.
horrific things before godhood. So,
Gotta have a system.
yeah.
That's fucked up to say.
Alright, but yeah, Duncan will walk back in. and we'll sort that other half of the issue out at a later date.
Alrighty.
And maybe not next to out of character. Maybe not next to Arimon. You know, the person who has literally been split in half by Bahamut, or split into several pieces.
I mean,
Wait, was
honestly, this has been the best amount of info to get me back onto Arimon's side. This was really like the biggest thing that he thought was, how could you be someone that's not evil when you oppose such a diametrically just god?
Because he committed sins which he may not have answered for.
That's true. This doesn't free Arimon of his sins, by the way. I guess that's an important part. Is it's fucked. The
this
system
But he
is
means that
fucked.
Arimon is someone who can be redeemed.
I think
He is not
I think a
redeemed.
real important distinction for us is we know something happened with Arimon. We don't know what or to what scale besides lichdom.
We know he was born in the year 5.
Maybe. Maybe. That's still kind of up for debate.
Supposedly.
You're
In
fine.
character.
In character,
Yeah.
you're 5, yeah.
Yeah. A lot of liches. But
Out
they
of
all,
character.
a lot of
Out of character, we know that that's inaccurate because he was there.
before everything.
Yeah. He was there when the world was stone.
I think
Went
you're
into the
forgetting that maybe it was not year 5 of this world, but rather.
Well, no,
maybe-
we know. Year 5 speaks to the 5th cycle of the Swahilites, not the little dream algae that is humanity. It's not talking about our time scale, it's talking about the Swahilites' time scale. I gotta do a restart of Discord.
So, this is what the forge looks like, huh? We just need to steal those cans.
It's easy enough.
Well,
Yeah, but like, how do we get in?
how do we take them?
Bureaucracy.
I assume we could just walk in.
You
Good
might
luck with
be able
that.
to.
Do you think the guards of the city have some manner of true seeing or better vision than most?
Probably not.
That's an
Stuff like that's
interesting
pretty
layout
expensive.
for.
They have teleportation wards across their entire city. That has to be expensive too.
Is there any other way to get into the city other than these entrances?
Sorry, I was talking to Andy. What was your question, Tipper?
Oh, I guess the question is, could there possibly be any other way into the city other than the 4 gates?
Not that you know of or anybody knows of. You'd have to seek out somebody who may be like a smuggler, maybe, or a thieves guild of some kind. Somebody who's, knows illicit ways into the city. The guy who hasn't left his house in so long that his skin is so, untanned that you can see the muscles beneath the skin when you turn on the lights, probably doesn't know how to get into the city.
Oh no, I was more just like posing like a alternate.
Oh, okay.
As like
I thought you were asking them.
Well, no, not
Yeah.
not that.
Yeah, they
It's
have
just
no
like
clue.
what if we consider alternate routes into the city on the line?
As
Well,
as
obviously we can't take the line.
the
Could
line
we?
will take.
Is there some other kind of magic you could do that's not teleporting?
I could turn into something that burrows.
Aramon could dead walk you.
Yeah, I could just dead walk. I could just walk us in.
Oh,
What's dead walking?
The last time that we did that, I saw very horrible things.
Oh, right, we did do that.
I saw stuff that wasn't that bad.
I mean,
I'm not gonna have to cast modify
I
memory
guess
myself.
if I had to explain, it's more, it wasn't bad, but given the context, the mundanity of it just seems bad.
I just see a bunch of fire.
I saw fields.
You
of
saw
wheat.
fire? I also saw those.
The fire or the fields of wheat?
Fire
The
in
fields
the
of wheat, not the fire. If I remember right, there were people working fields. They looked like skeletons, though, I think.
Well, I
Yep.
figured that you'd find a lot of skeletons in that area.
It might be the only way we have in, so we may as well.
So we should probably form a bit more of a plan before we try to do just dead walk in there.
We did.
I agree.
We walk into the throne room. We walk, or not throne room, walk into wherever the forge is kept. We take and we leave. How hard can it be?
Well, this is the
Do you know where
royal
the forge is
forge,
kept?
presumably.
Presumably.
Are you able to see where you dead walk to?
I just kind of dead walk. I don't really think about.
Could. Don't they hate necromancers or something down here?
Do we still have those portable holes?
I keep hearing rumors of their weird burial rites, but that's about it.
Yeah, I thought they were like, of like the 3 things I've heard, they like don't keep their dead in the city.
Oh, you know what? Now that I think about it, it's probably because I killed. You know what? If I killed their emperor, that's probably why they hate necromancer.
No, this actually pieces together. And you probably just dead walked into the throne room and murdered him, knowing you.
I probably have them somewhere.
I mean, at least
Could you bring him back?
Have
Wait, no. We're onto something. If you have him
Hold on,
somewhere,
Let me.
isn't he still the rightful king?
Sisyphone, I got a question for you.
I don't
Yes,
think
my
that's not-
lord.
Do you remember a dwarven emperor of any kind?
Yes.
Do you know if we kept him around?
You buried him under the city, my lord.
Okay. That seems against
No.
me, like,
no,
No fucking way.
no. That's what did it? That's what did it? That's the thing underneath the Colossus?
The first emperor of the dwarves is a horrible necromantic monster because Ahriman punished him for stealing.
From his
That sounds
friend.
about right, actually.
I mean, swift justice, but let's go.
Bro, you're worse than King Solomon.
He made it so that their first king emperor would be their eternal curse of their city.
All because you
Constantly
stole a nice
raising
guy's
their dead.
forge.
Yeah.
And then they did it
Oh.
again. Well, not really
Oh,
again, but
no.
they-
No, you didn't get the forge back. You just,
You just killed the guy.
yeah. Because he didn't ask you to get his forge back. He just asked you to kill the guy who stole it.
Which is weirdly more reasonable for a lich.
Well, yeah, he knew what Ahriman was. He knew what Ahriman's strengths were, and it was not retrieving things.
It's okay, this is why I have other people for retrieving things now.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Yeah. So, Tisiphone lets you know that the emperor, the first emperor of the dwarves, the one who founded the capital, you curse to a eternity of unlife underneath the city, where he radiates a curse that raises any of their dead after 7 days.
That really explains a lot.
You're the reason why Nectico hates undead.
I mean, really, they
This
did it
is
to themselves.
Absolutely fascinating.
So, wouldn't it be logical then to think that they might have some way to prevent undead from coming into the city via this route, which is exclusively available to undead.
Only
How
certain
would
kinds of
they
undead.
prevent that, though?
The dwarves, I'm sure they're innovative.
Dwarven men
Doesn't
do
mean
nice
they can do
things.
anything.
I mean, I guess we will only know when we try. So, then we'll keep the plan simple of ride Arimon's Deadwalk into the Grand Forge room. Take the 4 components. Resolve the theft.
Grab
And
the forge if we're able to. That's not
I
bad.
don't think I
And
can carry a
return?
forge.
What if we could
don't we
put
have
the
a portable hole somewhere?
Yeah, don't we have one of those?
I don't think it's big enough.
We could at least take the anvil.
Well, okay, hold up.
Oh,
Are
let's
these like?
teleport
Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on.
Let me read the teleport spell.
So,
How petty is that?
Darren, these boxes, you said they're 2 feet across, right?
Yeah, 2 by 2 by 2.
Yeah, 2 by 2 by 2. Would these roughly be of the same size for the entirety of the forge? Or would it vary, and this is just rough estimate?
The boxes, the things that contain the entities, are that size. Now he does, if you ask him about, he does, they also kind of just radiate the stuff inside them, right? So you'll know where the windy one is because there'll just be air blowing out from it at extremely high speeds. Because what contains the entity inside, it does not contain its effect on the area around it.
Just
unlike your ice trash can, which is like the perfect thing to contain fire.
Damn, I really went to Wilford's and made a better container.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine if we got a container made of absolute earth.
I have to imagine that if Derek could fucking go to Wilford's Wondrous Works, or if he knew about Wilford's Wondrous Works, he would be fucking balling too.
He just doesn't leave the house.
Yeah,
he can and probably does
he's
know
a
about it,
shut-in.
but also has no interest.
That's
Why we need to make.
he probably appreciates the craft.
He's just like
He's
Crash
got a
it.
lot of orders to fill for horseshoes.
Alright.
So,
So yeah.
I feel like we haven't mentioned the fact that we're gonna help you regardless because you're friends with Arimon.
And you're pretty cool.
If it were possible to forge us something with this, would you be willing?
Depends what you want forged. I don't do weapons. I can do armor. I can do tools, but I don't do weapons anymore.
What happened to
The
do?
walking stick?
Too much blood on my hands. Can't stand it.
What do you think this would make the best of? I can show you the raw material, but I imagine you can look at it and get a good look and be like, oh yeah, that makes.
Well, I know the stuff. It would make good weapons. I just don't do it anymore. You can get Cinder to do it if you want, but I don't do it.
You think Cinder is able to do it?
I'm not a. Well, if she's not, then she hasn't been paying attention when I talk.
Did she yell ow?
I like the
Yeah,
Andy
dude.
wow in the background's probably.
Yeah.
Was that ow or wow? I couldn't tell.
Yeah, it was wow. That was Andy in the background going, wow. Because Andy is listening. She's just not feeling well. So she's got her headphones on the couch listening.
I hope she feels better soon.
But yeah, that's what
I mean-
it says. She just kind of gives him like a stink eye and then goes back to working on whatever she was working on. She's literally got like a piece of metal and she's just bending it by hand. She's not like working it with tools or even have it heated. She's just like bending them into horseshoes
Damn.
by her bare hands.
That is terrifying and impressive.
Mhm.
Doesn't need a hammer, just like hammer fist punches it.
She's like got it to the right shape and now she's just bending it. She's done all the other parts that she needs and she just makes them in like ruler size strips essentially and then just bends them.
I imagine this person I'm just imagining her like punching holes through things with her bare finger.
Probably
instead of, like,
could,
using a
but
fucking.
I feel like this is also going to determine like what we got two paths. We could go with non-weapons or weapons, and we'll have different
Yep.
effects depending on which
who
one we
makes them?
pick.
Yep.
What did,
Yeah.
By the way, I forgot. What did Derek forge for Orimon last time?
A staff.
Staff. Okay. I thought there was one other thing.
Yeah, your bones.
And like a bracelet.
Staff and a bracelet.
I do think we should have a discussion, probably now because we've arrived at that point. What do we want to get made?
Ah, that's my
Well, I'm willing to hedge my bets on Cinder.
Hey, Phaedra, what's up?
Yeah, I'm willing to bet to let Cinder forge a weapon too.
Alright. We don't think there's any cool armor or tools or something we might be able to make.
I don't really
I'll
do
just admit-
armor.
My first thought, and I'm not being serious about this. This is just a funny thought. Is
Yeah.
a fucking frying pan. A fucking magic frying pan.
Brits, you don't know how close to home that is for me. One of my weapons on my paladin ASMR is a magical frying pan.
Okay,
Oh yeah, you
But
told me about
could-
this before.
Yeah.
could a star metal frying pan that once contained a fire elemental like that be
It might be able to
self-eating?
make, it might be able to make some magical meals. I might consider, Heroes Feasts being able to be made on that without material cost.
Now it's not such a dumb idea, Brits.
It's a good, yeah.
Now it's
I
a
would
good
say
idea.
that would allow if you get a frying pan made, or like a.
I
cauldron
gotta
or
imagine.
something.
I gotta imagine Derek would make a
Heroes
frying
Feast.
pan.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He'd be happy to make a frying pan. I would say that could make a Heroes Feast without the material cost.
Yo, I'd be
Just
down
like
for that.
normal food.
That's crazy good.
I'm down for that option if you guys would want to do that.
Yeah, you could produce Heroes Feast for people.
What about-
That's a
How
sixth
much-
level spell?
An instrument?
An instrument.
Ooh.
like a fucking magic guitar.
You could definitely do instruments. He can do horns.
Flutes, metal flutes.
They're
Ooh.
discussing their options.
He doesn't really know how to do flutes. He can do horns though.
Mm.
He's never made a flute. There's too much wood.
Fair enough.
Derek, do you happen to have any built-in identifying stuff for if some of your work gets a little bit?
I don't do magic.
Okay, I may have misplaced some stuff. I don't remember where I put it.
What'd you lose?
A staff and a bracelet. Unless the staff is. Maybe was the staff have a bunch of starry stuff at the top and it was.
Yeah, you had a big old jewel that you needed me to inset into a bone. But it was like a metal bone.
I think if I give him the description of the staff that Anubis gave.
Yeah, he describes exactly the thing
Okay.
that you. Yeah.
Now there was also the bracelet. I don't quite. Can I roll a remembrance check for the bracelet?
Yeah, go for it.
With my nice, neat +5 to the. That's a 11 plus. That's a 24.
That was the key to your secret door.
Ah. There's a secret door.
Yep.
Ah.
You remember you have a secret door.
Do I remember where?
Make another remembering check. DC 20.
Nope. That's a 17.
Yeah, don't remember where the secret door is right now.
Okay, I'll have to ask Tisman about that.
Yeah, anytime I can always give you guidance for a check too. You just gotta tell me ahead of time.
Memories are fickle things.
Trying to remember where the door is. I mean, where the door leads, forgive me.
Oh, good idea. Come on.
Do you want
Can
guidance?
I get guidance on this? I'll take guidance.
There you go.
I will give you guidance on that. I think it's just a +1 though.
Oh, is it? Okay,
So.
that's fine.
Let me double check for you real
Listen,
quick. Before.
it's still good.
+1's a
Fell
+1.
before.
Yep.
Wait, who is
Okay.
this? Who is
Okay,
this?
What is this?
Huh? Oh, that's what they saw. I pulled
Yeah,
this out.
this is in the realm of the dead.
Oh,
What they
okay, okay.
saw when they were dead walking was this thing.
That's a 4 plus 11 plus 1, 16.
That's pretty creepy.
That is very creepy.
They just saw a bunch of these farming. Like, literally,
see the-
just like... It was like
Oh,
this,
God.
but in fields of
Didn't they
wheat.
see the one random Minotaur skeleton? Too?
I don't think they saw a random Minotaur skeleton, no.
Fair enough.
What would you say, Puppet?
I got a 16.
16? Yeah. It's your secret door that leads in and out of the realm of the dead.
Neat. Everybody needs one of those.
Yeah.
Can't you just go there?
Yeah, can't you just go to the realm of the dead and find the door?
Well,
It's not really welcome.
yeah.
Arimon went in and then walked out, and you don't really go back in.
Yeah, you're not supposed to have. There's not
Oh,
supposed to be
okay.
a second door.
Not the
You
place
get
where
one
you go
trip.
with Dead Walk.
Yeah, dead walking is like he's poking through. He's like
He's-
using his like little. He's sneaking through. But this
He's,
was like he could open the door up and like connect the two places.
Mm.
What was it? It's like skipping across the water with a rock.
Yeah.
Wait, but that would make that door, if Arimon did open it, that would
That's
be
the
the
door to the
only
heaven.
actual opening, because the other door is blocked right now.
Mm-hmm.
Could he fix the cycle with his artificial door?
If he wanted to.
We still gotta kill that thing.
Chardalon would get fucked. If the flow of souls got redirected to Arimon's door, Chardalon would be fucked.
He would have no power.
His plan would be
Well, he has a lot of
No,
power.
he-
It doesn't. He just
yeah.
can't get more power.
yeah. He would be like, wait,
It would weaken him.
why is the tap not running?
It's
He's gonna start poking out and want, like, you know, he's gonna start looking around, going, "Where's my soup?"
I don't
that's
think that's a bad idea, though. What do you guys think?
I mean,
I think it's a good
I
idea,
write
but
that
it's
down.
one of those things
Yeah.
we need to do
Future plan.
before.
Future plan.
Future plan. We have to figure out we're facing our Chardalon.
We'll get there. I'm just saying, things to consider in the future.
but yeah, more other ideas other than a weapon. Because I think the top suggestion is obviously a weapon. But just before we go on with this, any other things we might think that?
Well,
would be
what
cool?
kinds of tools are there? If we
I
think
can
about
make
it?
you instruments. I can make you working tools. I can make you cooking tools. I can make you art tools. I can make you armor, shields, horseshoes. Real good at
Flashlight.
those. I don't know what that is still.
What a star metal
Circlets?
horseshoe.
Well, let your horse walk on the stars.
Let's
That sounds pretty fucking
walk
bad.
on
I'd
the
have to-
stars?
Could you just make a shoe though? Could you just make a pair of shoes?
That would
No,
be
I
like
don't know how to make
shoes.
people's shoes.
That'd
Well,
be uncomfortable.
I can give you a steel toe in your boot. You can kick a star.
Kick a star.
That'd be a weapon, though.
I don't really consider that the weapon. It's still kind of your foot.
I think if you're the kind of person who can cause serious harm with a metal-toed boot, that might just be
Because he
your
picks up
weapon
like
at that point.
his smithing hammer. He's like, in the wrong hands, this would be a weapon, but in the right hands, this is a tool.
Wait, what if you made a smithing hammer out of it too?
Well, that's
That'd
what
be
this
cool.
one's made out of.
See, that's pretty badass.
I don't know why. I'm just thinking about the wildest
what
things
about-
you can make. What about imagine a star metal key? What would that do?
Okay, let's think about the
Probably
war.
lock and unlock doors that it was designed to go with the lock for.
So
Sometimes a key is just a key.
Like I said, they're not really magical, so they don't really do any they kind of just affect the world based on the star they're made from. So when I work it, I'll figure out, what this star is, because it'll still be there, but I'll be mixing it. I'll need you to get, depending on what you end up wanting made, we'll have to get different metals,
So
very
it
different
may
things.
be best to have you look at what the metal is best suited for first.
Well, I can tell I'll be able to, no matter what it is, it'll work with what you want. It'll do stuff, Like for cooking, it's gonna be the perfect flame for anything you cook, because it's a fiery thing. But for other stuff, it depends on what kind of intent was in this flame. What the star's meaning was before it fell. I'll have to talk to an astrologer, but
Would a crowbar count as a weapon?
that's a tool. Unless you kill somebody with it, then it's a weapon.
So, I mean, what would be a fitting thing? This thing in this can right now is what killed the old emperor and destroyed the capital.
So,
Oh, right.
did it move while doing that, or did it just impacting do that?
It landed on the throne of our capital and
That
butchered
probably
everyone
would
who
kill
was within
whoever
a
sat
certain
on it.
radius.
Okay, so probably not really it killing them, but the fall. When these things fall, they leave holes. The fact that there
It
wasn't
was
a hole
pretty
there,
bad.
yeah. Well, probably wherever it fell wasn't able to take the impact, and so everything else that was around took it instead.
Yeah.
There's a couple
Well,
magical
immovable.
buildings that if they can't, the energy from these things has to go somewhere. And if it can't go into the earth itself, it goes into the next best thing, which is the
Everything
living
else.
stuff around it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I more mean, it's not the intent of that, but that's how we know this item. And that's
Yeah, I
how
know.
we should
I'm just saying.
predict this item. As something that was built from something that was a terrible event.
I don't think this thing itself came from the terrible. This thing existed before the terrible event. I think somebody else. These things don't just fall. Somebody has to pull them down.
Yeah. Probably never
Did
asked
we
to be there.
purposefully make it fall there?
Yeah, if it landed on the throne, that's a pretty specific spot, don't you think? It's kind of weird for it to just fall right there. It couldn't have seen it. There was a roof if it's a throne. They can't. They only can see down. They're looking down. Even that thing in your can, the only thing it sees is the bottom of that can when it's in there. They're real weird. They got a top-down view. We got a forward. They look down.
So, oh god.
Since you
People
put a
learn to
roof
call
over it, it can't.
stars.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
so
this
obviously
a common thing
Well,
before
people
the light
know how to
went out?
do that for a long time.
pull stars from the sky and strike them on the
Yeah.
ground.
Well, yeah, shooting stars are just ones that are being pulled to other places.
Interesting.
Boy, wouldn't it be real weird if there was a character that, for some reason, had a weapon that let them pull down like common?
So wait, I have a question. When you make something out of this, does that elemental just become part of it then?
Yeah,
Okay.
not die or anything. It's just for spreading it out. You kind of, these things get bigger the longer they're around. So depending on how big yours is, it's how long it's been there, how long, whatever, it's
How
been
big was
thought
it?
about.
It's
It
about
was
3
pretty
stories
fucking
tall.
big. It was massive.
It's like it was like a 6-inch in diameter orb, if I remember correctly.
Oh,
with the
yeah,
fire.
the orb itself. Yeah.
Orb
Yeah.
itself, yeah. But I thought
Yeah.
the elemental.
No, he's talking about the rock.
Okay.
The orb is the element, is
Yeah.
like the physical.
I keep
part of
forgetting
it.
that.
Yeah. The rest of it is just like its effect on the world and like what it looks like to mortal eyes. And that's why the ones that are older and have more, like, have been seen longer by mortals have a more distinct form, more humanoid form, is because they're older, they're larger stars, brighter stars.
So, I don't think armor's really going to be helpful for somebody with my unique physiology.
You're a dragon?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll work. We just gotta mix it with liquid stuff.
Hmm.
If you mix these things with, like, mercury, they kind of get to, like, this shape-shifty one that you can kind of think what you want it to look like.
Like a needle?
Well, yeah, you could make it be a needle if you wanted to.
That was out of character. That's
I know, but yeah, exactly like that, Tipper.
God damn it.
Son of a bitch. We get a little lore and then it connects to other things if you think about it for a second.
Maybe a lot of the weird metal things that you've interacted with have been things that have had different stars pulled out of the sky and mixed with things.
Yeah.
Find a cold star.
Cold star.
I'm trying to think about what tools or non-weapons I might benefit from, but I dual wield swords, so shield is a no-go. I don't wear armor because I have natural armor. I don't play an instrument because my performance for singing.
That's not a funny idea.
My crafts are gunsmithing and gem cutting.
What about a spyglass?
What about a shovel?
Well, you say that, he's like, well, the metal part of the spyglass is kind of not the part you look through.
That's fair. What about a mirror?
It'd be real shiny.
You do understand that mirrors. Never mind. I'm going to go talk to Tisiphone about.
Yeah? What are you
Wait,
talking
hold
to the Listophone about?
Before I do that, I do want to ask what the exact. Can I get a user manual for the staff, by the way? I kind of forgot how to use it.
I don't know how you use it. It was your magical orb.
Fair.
Listen, you brought me a big lizard bone and told me you needed to put the little magical orb in the top, and so I did that.
Okay.
Sounds like Arimon's like a
weird
repeat.
door.
He's a repeat customer. Oh, yeah. He's been here a
Yeah.
bunch.
Hmm.
And he doesn't ask for weapons.
So a magic staff is not a weapon.
Not to him, no. He's not making it a weapon. Listen, it's
true.
a big jewel that he's sticking into a metal rod.
So we could just ask for like a magic walking stick.
Yeah, well, it's not magic, like you said. It's just metal, and it can have effects on things because of the creature inside. But it's not magic.
The metal has special.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to say magic.
Yeah, no,
So
I
metal
know. I'm
has
just
special
trying. I
properties.
just clarify, just making sure to clarify that because it's important that these are non-magical, but have like extraordinary effect.
Oh yeah, they would work in an anti-magic field, I guess.
Exactly. Everything that one of these is considered to be an extraordinary effect.
See, when I'm thinking of a walking stick, I'm just thinking like you can just walk across lava with no issue for some reason. You just make like a magical walkway for yourself. That'd be hilarious.
It would not do that.
It'd be hilarious though.
Work on
Yeah.
getting the boxes.
Let's say if you got big metal plates and tie them to the bottom of your like metal snowshoes, yeah, that would walk across lava.
That's why I was asking earlier about the
Yeah, you
shoes
could
thing.
get, metal snowshoes, yes.
We could
Not
just make that
normal
out of
shoes.
this metal. Taps the can.
Yeah, that's actually fair. Well, you'd
Yeah.
still have to float. That
Lava's
was-
dense, so it would be fine.
Just don't fall
Listen, if
over.
Yeah, just don't trip.
I'm tempted about the armor, but I also want a kick-ass sword.
No, I mean,
Out of
I'm down to let the next generation do
Is-
that.
does-
I just wanted to
does
consider
Ryan-
all things.
Is Rhyme saying he's like, listen, because I'll be thinking about that. If you can make it just like Needle, It can also be a sword.
I know. And that's
That's
what
right,
I'm
it can
And
be
the
anything
armor
you
at
want.
once.
Yeah.
I'm very tempted for the armor because I'm not gonna lie, Armored Dragon is just such a badass image.
Hmm.
And I'm really considering the shape-shifting armor.
I mean, I think the best result it looks like is having a shapeshifter's needle kind of thing that responds to the will of the user.
Because he's happy to make those because he considers those a tool. If you turn it into a weapon, that's on your hands, not his.
Would it be as good?
Yeah, because the needle itself was just a metal that didn't break and could shapeshift it in any form. Yeah, that's like the needle is just what he's like.
These are needles.
Yeah.
Well,
But
like
it's
if
only
if you
with mercury.
Yeah,
if you shift it into a
Quicksilver.
different form, does it still has effects conferred from the elemental?
The elemental is what lets it have understand your thought and take those forms with this one.
Okay,
so it would just be a shifting item.
This is
But if you wanted an effect, you'd need a static form.
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
I just thought of something. So back in the welding school when we were learning TIG welding, we had to sharpen these big pieces of tungsten. So now I'm just imagining if we made a needle out of this, and what if it gave us the ability to just sew metal together like we were welding it?
You could do that. Yes, it would.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, no, you could 100% use it like that, Brits, because it still have that fiery intention. I would let you, if you used it as an actual needle, I would let you sew metal together.
That would be so fucking cool. It would also make repairs on the fucking that we need to make it repairs in the train.
But no,
That would
yeah,
be pretty
on
dope.
the train, yeah, exactly. You could just sew metal together. Yes, 100%. That's exactly yes. I would allow that because it's a magic needle. Well, not magic, you know what I mean.
It's a special
supernatural needle.
Yeah,
well, I'm gonna say it's the special needle. Activate extraordinary needle.
I am. Oh, I really have to think about this choice.
Do we want to work on?
It's really tough.
Yeah.
I feel like we devolved into out of character chat.
Pretty much.
Okay. What would be a good thing? So dead walking in, a plan.
I have a question, actually. The things preventing teleportation into the city, do they also prevent scrying?
I mean, in character. Yeah, yes. We don't know. Do we know that in character?
Vlad will say, yeah, we can.
Yeah, when we... Oh, no, shit, that was Ati, damn it.
It was Cauldron.
Or that.
Yeah, during Cauldron, there was a bunch of them around.
Yeah, that's right. They got in the way of scrying and teleporting, and a lot of cities have started implementing them because it's just smart. When, someone broke the news of exactly how Erida nuked the one orc city, how she teleported in and did that, and so now everyone is like,
they don't know
oh,
about
God.
the Zealot Gates.
Yeah, they don't know about those, but they know the teleporting. It's we gotta, control the teleportation by incredibly powerful beings. So we'll do this.
There's Zealot Gate in Nectico.
Probably.
There is one far outside of Nectico, and if I remember right, it leads into this really viney
bush. Yep, overgrown.
Yeah,
bushes.
it's awful. There's a bunch of thorns and stuff. Actually, I think we burnt it to the ground when we got there.
You did, yeah. Yeah, you burnt all of the foliage down and cleared the area it was in because you didn't want to have to deal with it again.
And then we never went there again.
Yeah.
What about you're talking about something that welds stuff together. But what about like a thermal lance? The ultimate weapon to break in, like through something.
But it cuts through. It's a plasma cutter.
Yeah.
A plasma cutter.
You want like a tool to cut through like stuff?
Mhm. Well, because there's a lot of things that are anti-magical in this world that can't be broken through because you can't use anything magical. Right?
They would still probably like stop one of these tools. Like, if they have like a wall of force, it's still not going to get through that.
No, but if you threw up an anti-magic shield...
Oh, and then did that? Yeah.
Like,
I mean, you could do that with adamantine then.
I guess that's true.
Because adamantine would just cut through.
Isn't your
You're asking for the 1,000-degree knife,
No.
and he's happy to make you like, and he's like, yeah, I make a knife. You make toast as you cut bread. It's perfect.
The ultimate toast tool. It makes the toast as you slice it.
I know this isn't important, or not important, but this might actually be helpful to the plan in case it's locked behind anything. Ryan pulls out the little jar of liquid adamantine slime. This can just turn into anything, and it is impossible to break.
You see Derek's eyes light up at this adamantine slime that you've just pulled out.
I'm pretty sure it was made by the same person that made your gloves.
He leans in. He's like, that's magical slime then. And he's got his eye up to the jar, looking at it. He's like, I could make you something real good with that.
I'll let you hold on to it for now, till we get your boxes back, so you can play with
the jar, and he's like, oh, I'll play with this. And he goes over to the forge and just starts poking it with pliers and stuff. He is now no longer you guys don't exist in his head now.
wait. Rhyme's gonna get an item that's been collaboratively made by the new generation greatest item maker and the old generation greatest item maker.
Yeah. It'll be a one of a kind.
A jar of adamantine slime.
I've removed that from my inventory for now.
Wait, you're gonna get it back with it's gonna be 10 times better.
Listen, that's if you get
adamantine star metal alloy slime.
You're just gonna have
mix the two.
Imagine the needle, but with all the properties of adamantine is essentially what that is.
Oh god, no, because it wasn't just that. God, where was it? It was in Allard's items or gifts.
Yeah. It was pretty
Fuck
good.
It, we alloy the slime.
Yeah.
Right, I think we have enough ideas. We'll figure out
it
the
also
rest of the
sheds
ideas.
full daylight, by the way. Light as full daylight. So he's got the welding visor on.
The visor.
The moment he pokes it lights up, and now you can see through him. You know how you hold your flashlight up to your hand, and you can kind of. That's what it looks like, but his whole body.
Nice.
Right, are we prepared to deadwalk as Arimon comes back in?
Yeah, I think so. But just to make sure before we all go in. We should all get ready for a fight. Go in.
I feel like I should mention, I could just blend into the shadows, take the boxes, and come back, and we could all leave. They won't even know I'm there. Unless they have some alarms, which they probably do.
I mean, I'm not that stealthy. I think we all know this.
I think we should do our best to avoid causing trouble or making
Alright.
enemies.
I mean, I'm down to let you guys try to stealth in, grab whatever, and
I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't think I'll be making any enemies with this.
So do you use some form of invisibility?
No. Hold on. Are you gonna be making allies?
Arimon's saying that he's already made these enemies.
Yeah. It can't get worse.
No, I understand that, but it's like you can't make more enemies. You can definitely make more allies. Specifically, you.
he's already
Oh yeah.
pretty
Also-
high up on the Book of Grudges.
He is the book. He's the first page.
You know,
Houston, Agnes.
If Armand wants to cause a distraction, there is a powerful undead
my
monster
God.
that he has control over underneath the city.
The people will die. I mean, maybe he can just make it like stir a little bit so that they get scared, but not like.
It just
Yeah. Don't make it go on a rampage.
No, just make it
Yeah,
come out of
just
the
like-
hole, like dance a little bit, and then freak everyone out, and then go back in.
Like, woo out here.
Can Arimon do that?
Make it dance? That's a bit.
Armand has control over it, but he'd have to go down and have a conversation because it's been a few thousand years since he locked it down there.
And
Do
you
me
know
this
how
one
old things
favor and
are.
I'll
They
let
usually
you
wake up.
die.
Just to put it in perspective, the Colossus was trying to get away from that thing down there. So,
That's why the Colossus was digging up?
yeah.
God.
Well,
the
of
Colossus
course,
was the Colossus of, like, the dwarves.
that
Oh, no.
And you made a cursed undead dwarf cursing monster.
okay. I want a
Oh my
headcanon
god,
that
is
it's
that why
just.
is that why the dwarf Colossus was never like really fully dead?
Yeah. It was cursed after 7 days.
Before we dead walk, I gotta get a drink. My mouth is dry as
Alrighty.
fuck.
Yeah. Well, we won't be going into the city tonight because it is 11:47 p.m., which is we're nearing the end of session.
I need to get the fuck to sleep soon.
Yeah. Albie has to sleep. So you know what? We'll call it there for that. Actually, that way next time, you guys will you guys have a week to like talk through Discord about how you want to do this. That way, I can plan it a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I think at least we should try to get a general scope.
We gotta figure out what all they
Yeah.
have in terms of security measures.
That's
It'd be good to
something,
make a distraction.
Next week we could do you guys scoping out, looking through the city, trying to do stuff. This week you got here, you met Derek, the Forge Master.
Love him. Love him to death.
The weird little gremlin man who hasn't gone outside in a few thousand years.
Speaking of which, I had the thought, he doesn't know the sun's gone out.
Nope.
Oh. Just makes horseshoes, man. He's happy.
No, but like, the sun went
What does
out
the shop
because
smell
the
like?
star died.
It smells like ash and smoke.
I do
and
want you to know,
iron.
you could definitely trick this man into making you a gun.
Oh, yeah.
Because he wouldn't know what a gun is.
What would a star metal gun do?
A star metal gun would be the most terrifying motherfucker.
Can I get a star metal shoddy?
All the bullets come out incendiary.
Is it the gun that kills people, or is it the bullets?
Uh-oh.
It's the one that trigger.
It's the bullet. It's the bullets. I mean, if he doesn't know
No,
what guns
the
are,
bullet
period.
weapon. The bullet's the weapon. The gun is a tool to repel the weapon.
Listen, you don't have to have the weapon together. You just hand them
Jesus.
like a disassembled gun. Like, I need these pieces made of this.
Yeah.
For real. True.
Oh yeah, because I know how to do gunsmithing. I just have to put it back toger.
Yeah.
It would be incredibly BS to do it.
Yeah. I don't want to go against his
That would be
wishes
pretty BM.
because I am a lawful good person. I
will
don't want to
also
go
say,
against his wishes.
Out of character, this is this world's god of like forging. Like this is the god of the forge, the god of like metalworking.
And it's important to note,
Yeah.
they made the Hell Gun from the Forge in the failed image of what he could make. They like the best gun that exists like around is a legendary artifact made in the glimpse of what this guy could make.
That's so funny.
Because everything that he's made for the last few thousand years has been in a like normal man's forge. He hasn't had like his perfect forge.
Okay,
Design.
was Light Bane. No, this is super important. Was Light and Shadow's Bane.
Those were the last two things made in the original forge.
Okay.
He made the other Banes first, and then Light's Bane and Shadow Bane were the finales of that set. And then his forge was stolen by the dwarves. Almost, exactly
just
after
saying.
the weapons were forged.
It would be so fucking, like, poetic, I guess, to trick him into making a gun of the same caliber.
I would like to point out that this guy has so much PTSD from his things killing people that he has magic gloves that make everything clean.
It would break him. It would destroy
It would be bad.
He would hate you.
He literally mentioned at one point that everything has so much blood on it that he needs the magic gloves to clean them. The dude has problems.
It would be so rude, and if you tricked him, it would be the end of it. I think he'd put down the hammer.
The guy accidentally made the first sword, and everything went downhill.
Can we get a therapist?
Yeah,
we don't have a therapist, just a character, dude. Someone's got to sacrifice a character.
The
at some
therapist
point.
gestalt character seems to be Allard.
What if we just send him to the same
It is weirdly Allard.
Beholder Colossus, who's been trapped underneath the rocks and is suffering from eternal pain. Yeah, I've been there. My party sucks too. Take this magical ibuprofen.
Yeah.
Oh, you made weapons, and the people that you thought you could trust with them caused awful pain and suffering for millions of people. Yeah, I've seen something like that before. Here, you'll need these.
Hey, you guys seem like good people. I don't want you guys to get hurt. Here, take these super powerful items. You seem on the up and up. You're paladins of good gods, right?
Yeah. You
Of
guys
course,
serve.
I'm sure these items that Allard made aren't gonna also backfire horrifically.
Okay, so let me explain.
Okay.
Something I've
we're a genuinely good party.
She has the spell Arcane Mark. She marks all of her items, and I like to imagine that she 100% keeps tabs on the people who have her shit. And if they act up, she's gonna kill you.
You
imagine?
You said before that her Maker's Mark lets her scry on objects.
It's an Arcane Mark, yeah. You can do that from an Arcane Mark.
God.
Oh
my God!
She can cast instant summons to rip the item from your hands, and she could kill you with that item next.
Hold on.
Could you imagine? Allard sees someone having tricked the god of the forge to make a gun.
That wouldn't be a good time for her to peer in. That would not be a good time.
She would kill you and torment your soul eternally. Like, you did like the worst thing you could possibly do to any character with trauma. Because you then also completely broke the Forge Master. Like, he would never come back from it. Allard would just have to murder you in every way possible.
Dude's been making horseshoes for 2,000 years to avoid being able to hurt people. He's like, they can't use these to kill each other. They can't use these to kill each other.
That's what he's
I have a question. Would the Maker's Mark from Allard still exist if it got used?
What do you mean?
In the armor?
Oh, in like the Leviathan scale?
No, not Leviathan scale.
You mean the melted down?
The light slime.
Yeah.
I would love...
He'd 100% incorporate that, because he respects Allard. Allard made him his gloves.
I love the idea of
just
seeing
up
both
on
the
his,
Maker's Mark
they'd have
next to each other.
a double Maker's Mark, yeah.
I would also like to point out that for you guys, those gloves, out of character, don't actually really do anything. They just stay clean all the time. They don't actually clean anything, but
Oh, it's a
it's a comfort thing.
Placebo. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
placebo effect. I love the idea of having those two things together and just being shapeable. Or oh my god, I love that. I just was like, here, you could just have.
Oh yeah, he loves
Have
the
it?
idea of liquid adamantine. That's really fun.
Anyway,
All right.
I think as Duncan is unfortunately bound to be a very good person, I think at the end of the day, if he had a choice with the medal, he'd make some kind of memorial to put in the middle of the city. Like, just like an ever-burning torch or something like that.
Yeah, he could make you a little piece of metal,
Like,
that's
just-
always red hot.
Yeah, just like put it in the middle of the throne room, I suppose. That's kind of like, this is what happened here. You know, time to move on. Because I think that's
Yeah.
the only thing that would... there's a lot of things that would not cause him trauma, but even going around and using his weapons, like, using tools that as weapons, it kind of feels like it's going around his wishes.
Oh yeah, 100%. But he acknowledges, like, you know, it's a choice at that point, that it's not
Mhm.
his fault. You know, you make that decision, you know, and even a hammer can be a weapon in the wrong hands.
That's why I'm kind of curious about just having the apprentice Cinder doing it.
Mhm.
Like, she's gotta be capable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She can make anything that he can. He just won't make weapons.
That's kind of scary. She learned all the tips and tricks in what?
150-ish years.
Yeah, 150 years. She became equivalent to the god of the forge without his forge.
Yeah. Now that's the thing. She won't be.
It might
as
take
good
a little
as him
longer
with his forge.
if
The
he
gap
had the courage, it might take
widens.
longer.
But she's like the peak of what a normal, like, being can achieve.
Not a god.
Yeah. So she can make you the best at anything. That's, you know, a non-magical item. She can work any metal, but
I was dead set on like a great sword for Rhyme, and now I'm like, okay, but if he wants to protect people, he could have that liquid metal that he could just fucking fling at people and wrap around them.
yeah, just throws it and it turns into a tower shield, lands on the ground in front of him. Captain America shield.
By the way, do you guys remember that little fountain we came across in the woods in Ragdon that had the dragon water in it?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
still have a flask of that.
Probably give it to him.
Well, I mean, what's it gonna do with water?
Anneal something.
I don't know what this. It was magic water that seemed to impart some kind of random magical effect. Like it gave one of us +4 strength for a week or something.
Hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I gave Ati +4 strength. He became ripped.
But yeah, my take,
For a week.
you know, he's the crafter. He can figure out something to do with it if he actually is interested in it.
Well, he's got the slime on his hands. I'm not gonna bug him with water.
He doesn't even acknowledge anybody at this point. Now that he has the slime thing, he's like playing with that. That is got his full attention. It's really weird because, you know, when he holds it up in front of his face, you can see through, like, the light shining through his entire head. The only thing is the dark spots of his eyes on the front.
I need to learn modified memory so I can forget this shit.
Yeah, it's horrifying. Alright, that's it. That's session. We'll pick
Hell yeah,
up
good
next
session.
I need to go to bed. I'm gonna go.
session at Alpi.
Have a good night.
Booyakasha.
I need to draw Rhyme in armor now. God
Yes,
damn
you
it.
do.
Good night,
You can
Alfie.
draw him with all kinds of metal things because he has all of them. I'm gonna move over to the handlebar.